Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody in the audience. We are back here for 2XKO Top 16. I'm NM, and while I'm not still in the bracket, I'm going to be chopping it up here with my boy the Mitten as we're going to be getting into all top 8 qualifier matches today. Whoever wins any match we have on stream, going to the top 8.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting, guys. You're not going to want to step away at all today. Every single match is going to be a banger, especially on the winner side. I mean, it's basically the top 8 seeds we were talking about yesterday, so you're going to want to stay tuned. We got SonicFox, we got Nitro, we got dekillsage, HUEBERT, and even more. So you're going to want to stick around for that. We got some sick ones coming out. I'm so excited. It's just going to be banger match after banger match.
Yes, and we're starting off strong with SonicFox versus JaazzRap. We don't even need to talk about SonicFox. Everybody who at least plays a fighting game knows who this person is. Meanwhile, JaazzRap has been grinding a lot in my sponsors, 2XKO brackets. Shout out to Breakout Esports, winning multiple Alpha Lab and, of course, the early week brackets, and still making good runs as the game has gone on. Good to see JaazzRap still pulling up with the Echo Warwick.
Yeah, very cool stuff. Got to get a little bit of character variety in here, and while we are going to have double my time on both sides of things, I just saw, I don't know if that was intentional, Pulse combo is actually online here for JaazzRap. Curious to see if that comes into play at all. I mean, it's not going to give you a ton of benefit, but I could see a world where there's like a really punishable move and you just want to get a guaranteed follow-up to kind of close out a round. Maybe there's a specific combo route that it could become super useful, and we'll have to keep an eye out for that.
That is true, but it looks like JaazzRap is already starting off to a good start, being able to get a DP off, and of course Maxim Wolf going to be coming out a little bit under a half for that Bloodlust install, and being able to catch the roll with that 2M. Very good catch there, but still having to play a neutral game right now and trying to poke out a little bit with Primal Leap, but now just playing patient.
Yeah, I almost thought the game froze for a second, but that was just pure composure and neutral. Both people look at each other down, and SonicFox, after having a break early on, is turning things around here, getting into corner pressure. That air throw is going to be huge as well to continue this pressure. What can Jazz to do to get out of here?
Could be a big question, especially since your Echo's getting shocked a little bit. Warwick going to have to play safe, especially with an Echo going in and the Monkey Copter going to get the air throw off of that lockdown, and now trying to warp in, and a Stray Bone's going to be able to take out your Warwick, leaving just Echo to get beat.
Yeah, I really think that Jinx Rocket is going to, as time goes on, people are going to recognize how strong that is as an assist tool. Just lets you follow up behind your main character and give you that free potential hit without having the risk of your point character getting hit and having to drop that pressure, right? So we see here Sonic going to go through with the Super Mega Death Rocket. Nearly killed. That was almost 90%. I can't believe that didn't take the kill after that much, but man, just great stuff right off the bat. Sonic is locked and loaded, taking this first round of our top 16. And looking to continue that momentum here. Let's see what they got going into this next round.
Yep, already going off the bat with the shoot him if you got him. Cable super, trying to get the super tag in there with Echo. Able to get a little bit of a stray on the assist, and finally being able to roll in on the point, which is Warwick. Going to be able to continue the pressure in the corner, and good break there, knowing that SonicFox can just easily leave it to more damage.
Yeah, Jazz clearly was ready for that super tag on round start, did the jump back, so obviously if you are blocking the shoot 'em while you got him, you remove that high-low mix. So definitely smart to be aware of that. And only going to eat a little bit of damage so far. And then the overhead. See, I'm telling you, we talked about it yesterday. You think you can react to that move, but even the best players in the world are still going to get clipped by it. That forward S1 overhead, so fast, so hard to react to, but fortunately not going to be able to get too much off of it. And Sonic going right back into the classic Echo BNB. This should be a dead Warwick. And now bringing Jinx in as well to start off this next round. Or health bar, rather.
Really good there. Now just trying to dash in as Echo. JaazzRap's last chance to take this first game, and now having to play patient against so many projectiles coming in, and that Monkey Copter at least going to be able to find an opening for the Time Winder situation, coming out with that super. Not going to be able to continue it, not finding on the first Time Winder, as JaazzRap's going to be able to stay safe against a lot of these projectiles coming out from Jinx, trying to just dash block their way in.
Yeah, talk about a little bit of a bullet hell here. Great pressure there from SonicFox, just filling up the screen with hitboxes and looking to wrap it up here with the Jinx Super. Oh, good parry on the wake up after that roll. I didn't even know that was possible. I'm not going to lie. I thought normally you can't parry a meaty attack. So maybe there was just a one frame gap between the hits on the laser. I'm not too sure there, but either way, very interesting interaction. Sonic taking that first game. We'll see how they're able to continue this momentum in the second game. No pickup after that S2 follow-up, just barely out of range.
Yeah, just barely out of there. Jinx trying to slide her way and trying to mistime that parry, which is perfect pressure for JaazzRap to get started on, being able to link that primal lead, get that feral bite situation. We can easily try to bait out your break there or just continue the pressure with the Time Winder into the DP assist. Tag launch into Warwick and finally going to be able to spend that break and lock JaazzRap for a second in the corner before we get a happy birthday. Drop the happy birthday with the no escape super, but we get Bloodlust.
Yeah, you saw that's the strength of this team, right? When you have Warwick Echo 2x assists, you get that Bloodlust route where you can just generate so much of it, and was able to force out the break at the end before getting the full amount. And either way, after that scramble situation, Sonic is able to pick things up and take out that health bar. JaazzRap going to be on potentially the final health bar of this round. We'll see what they're able to do. Forcing out burst, so Fury is on deck for Echo. Not going to matter when you run into that Time Winder. It's going to be a nice, simple confirm here for Sonic. It actually does drop it, so there is a breath of life here for Jazz, but you're going to have to get that opening soon before this Fury runs out.
Yeah, trying to lock it down, able to find that overhead kick, and if we continue our pressure, even though we got Fury gone, we can easily take out SonicFox's Jinx. Just going to be slamming yourself down to the ground, hit the brakes, and hit the brakes on Jinx's life, leaving just Echo versus Echo. But this time around, JaazzRap does have 3 bars of meter if they want to use that ultimate, find their opening, going to continue the pressure, hit it up, hit it down, hit it all the way around to go into the S1 Time Winder situation.
Oh, how many can we do here? I was going to say chat room doesn't kill, but able to get the break after and just ready for it. You're not safe when you're falling down after popping that burst, so great awareness from Jazz. The combo would have killed, and Sonic was forced to break. And, I mean, honestly, if Sonic had awareness that could happen, maybe the option was just to hold on to it for next round.
Ooh, and finding a happy birthday there. Again, dropping on the point with Jinx, which could be really bad, especially getting slid on by SonicFox. Could be able to set up a monkey copter, but that Time Winder super going to be able to help it, and there it is. Those Claws of the Beast not going to be following up with a super. We don't have enough bar. So close right now to Bloodlust install. Just got to take a lot of this pressure from SonicFox right now. Find our perfect opening, but we get thrown. This could be very bad.
Yeah, throw in the corner with Echo when you have a clone behind does allow for continuation. You see here, going to go into the tag launcher. Jinx has some meter on deck, but going for the strong Oki situation. You can't get up attack with that projectile in your face. And now, wow, the flip out. So was looking to potentially maybe pick up attack Echo, but Jazz able to kind of flip out here and brings in that Warwick with low health, and it's going to pay off. Gets the pickup here. Side switch into the tumble. Great awareness of screen positioning. And no follow-up afterwards, but Bloodlust is going to pop, and that is going to lead to another opening. JaazzRap up in this second game and in this second round.
Yeah, really good coming out from JaazzRap there. And getting that Berserker /2, so good being able to pick up from that wall bounce. There we go, baiting out the Fury 2. Know that was going to happen, waiting for it. Get the Feral Feast in there, not even needing the loop, as JaazzRap is going to clutch up for a second game.
Yeah, Sonic loves it, man. It's so funny. Sonic, win or lose, is always just cracking up after every game. And you see there, just showing some respect. And, oh, we're switching out the team a bit. Okay, so Sonic is saying, you know what, maybe Echo's not working here against Warwick. Let's bring Ari in and see what happens. Oh, not Echo, sorry. Jinx is out for Ari. So, either way, going to be another top 4 character being brought onto the team. And Sonic is probably going to have some very strong conversions planned for this team.
Yeah, especially because Ari plays so well against Warwick. A lot of her fireballs and reaching situations, very good against Warwick, who's got mainly stubby neutrals aside from that 5M. Now trying to just go in with the pursuit. Not going to be able to find it, at least getting Warwick out of there, as Echo is going to find a little bit of a poke before the push block happens. SonicFox not finding their opening just yet.
Yeah, great timing with that push block for JaazzRap, and somehow manages to avoid getting clipped after that rewind. Great timing on the jump. But Sonic is going to follow up afterwards. No break on deck for Jazz, so this should be a dead Warwick, assuming this combo does not get dropped. Let's see.
There we go. Ari's going to be getting in there. S1 Super, get that fireball. Not even going to charge it up because we can take it off of that. Warwick going to be going down, and Echo having to fight a 2v1 against Ari, who can easily just dash dance on you, especially with that JH. And now Echo going to find their opening, push up on you. Even if you're blocking, got to watch your toes, because if you don't, SonicFox going to be right up on you.
Yeah, this is going to be the classic route here. I'm curious if there's any... Oh, okay, we are going for the level 1 out of the clone to just get a little extra damage without meter jumping, and doesn't end up leading to a kill. And it kind of works out for Jazz. The more time to build up this Fury, the better. So going to have that going into the next round, or if the comeback happens, maybe we could see it popped after one character's taken out.
JaazzRap got to play so careful right now. Able to get the time stop, but no punish off of there. Able to find as they're trying to go onto Warwick. SonicFox going to have to take, no, not going to take damage from that Time Winder situation. We weren't able to set it up, and just from a standing light, SonicFox able to clutch up that round.
Yeah, great stuff there. And good stuff on Jazz to hold on to that break. Probably hoping that they could get to a point that Sonic would be forced to break, but this opening is going to be huge here. Warwick does get the pickup and forces the get up right away, so doesn't opt for the side switch into full extension. Just wants to continue that pressure, and it could turn out to bite them in the butt. We'll see. We're setting back to neutral here. Sonic taking their time, using that air mobility from Ari to feel things out, and unfortunately is going to get clipped out. So back into the Warwick combo again, and just I wonder what they're looking for there. Trying to call out something after the get up, but we're not seeing that option being covered quite properly from Jazz.
Not really seeing JaazzRap trying to cover on that, and now having to take so much of this Ari's damage, especially being unblocked from that Echo assist, is brutal. Going to be Spirit Rush to the ground, having to take that Fireball Super again, just a bare minimum of health, but of course you're going to get chipped out there by the Spirit Rush. Jazz going to be your Echo left alive for JaazzRap's final chance to make it towards top 8 on the winner's side, and it has to be in a block situation against all of this just mid-screen pressure coming out from Ari, and now the after image install is going to be coming out.
You can see just respecting that install is Jazz. I'm just going to back up, kind of feel out this neutral situation. It's just going to be up to this Echo, so no my time to depend on. We'll see what they're able to do. Good block on the cross-up. Tried to take their turn afterwards, but again, Sonic's defense is just so strong. My time does connect, but only on the Warwick. And great block on the mix as well. Was ready for it from last time. The defense was crazy, but eventually there's only so much you can do against Echo, right? This character just has so much mixed potential. Sonic taking full advantage of it and should be getting some extra meter here as well. Drops the follow-up afterwards, so there's a chance for Jazz with happy birthday. There's no break on deck. Multiple meter to deal with. Okay, so it does actually drop. Can Jazz bring this back? This is such an uphill battle. Fury is available, so can potentially get clipped once.
Just having to back up right now, trying to find their perfect opening. Jumping in on Ari, who was ready for it with an air throw. And that just means SonicFox is going to be clutching up 2-1.
It's so fun. Like I was saying, the laughter from Sonic's win, after win or lose, literally, like, if you cut to the camera after losing the game versus after winning the game, you can't even tell the result, right? A lot of players, you can just kind of try to read their body language if you, like, just tuned in to see who was playing who or whatever it may be. But no, Sonic's is just always having a great time and cooking. And, man, what a great back-and-forth set for us to start off in this top 16. That was so fun.
I know, that was so beautiful to start off, especially JaazzRap able to make some stuff happen against the Echo Jinx team first coming out from SonicFox there. Yep. Especially with that Warwick, some of those conversions to, of course, get into Bloodlust in the first place, especially DPing into your S2 Super, which is the super that actually allows you to build Bloodlust. You can't build it on the Infinite Duress.
Yep, exactly right. And I think it was a smart choice by Sonic to actually swap out that Jinx for the Ari. You saw that air mobility play out big time, just being able to back up, take your space, let my time do the work. Beneath, and I mean, it just played out beautifully. So good awareness, and that's just the benefit you have of being able to play multiple characters. It can be a bit of a challenge in this game. There's a lot of situations you got to be ready for, a lot of different combo routes you got to be ready for, but when you have the mind that Sonic does for this type of game, it can pay off big time. So great stuff for our first set here.
Yeah, great stuff coming out from them, especially, again, that Ari switch coming from a Warwick player myself. Definitely one of Warwick's worser matchups, especially when it comes to just spacing out. A lot of Warwick's neutral game does kind of get canceled out by the far-reaching stuff that Ari can put, especially with her fireballs and her 5M, which reaches very far.
Yeah.
But either way, we're just going to be moving on to the next match here, which is going to be HUEBERT versus dekillsage.
Yeah, this should be a sick one as well. dekillsage coming out from New York. HUEBERT out from Canada, coming through to Atlanta to throw down on some sick 2x KO action. We saw HUEBERT a couple times yesterday. I think this is going to be our first time seeing dekillsage on stream. But they've been playing pretty well. I believe rocking Teemo and Ari. Yeah, Teemo Ari. They're going to be going double down as well. And HUEBERT, I believe, representing the Warwick. They picked pretty quickly, so I wasn't quite sure. But it'd be nice to see some more Warwick action, keeping the character variety up. Yeah, that's going to be it. Warwick Echo versus Teemo Ari. Let's see who hops out to a quick start here. And if I'm always curious with these Teemo players to see what badges they prioritize, if they're trying to go for some instant overhead mix, or if they just want to play the projectile game. And it seems like so far, just playing it pretty safe here, bringing in the Ari to kind of control neutral again.
Just trying to play it a little bit safe right now, waiting for the perfect opening. You can't empty jump like that, or else HUEBERT is going to launch you and set up. Trying to go into the corner, get up attack, got to be able to hit HUEBERT. We weren't trying to set up the time winder right above you, but we're actually able to catch on the DP assist into the Infinite Duress. Really good call out there from HUEBERT. Ooh!
Oh, and ready for the break as well. Going to block that and get a nice conversion afterwards. We've seen a lot of blocked bursts this weekend, but not a lot of combos afterwards. It can be a little tricky depending on your screen positioning to get that afterwards. So great stuff out of HUEBERT to get that opening, and it's going to be forced to break themselves, and double my time comes in. what a great way to get this conversion. It was a happy birthday, but unfortunately for HUEBERT, that's going to kill the point character first, so it doesn't get the maximum damage possible on Teemo here.
Yeah, not a true happy birthday situation coming out there. Just going to be the Teemo left alive. But again, you're just empty jumping into your death. Echo's going to catch you with that launcher.
Yeah, interesting choice there. I mean, I always think if you're just down to a low health Teemo, jumping in probably isn't the answer. You probably just want to throw out those projectiles and get a little badge progress if you can. But you see, this is going to be really tough for Teemo to deal with that super. If you do anything in neutral, Warwick can just call it out if you're just throwing a projectile their way and get the pickup. So got to respect that super and pay attention to the super meter on Warwick at all times.
Especially because Warwick was able to get the ankle sweep off for the mix, so that means we're going to be going towards a full combo, able to help out with Echo there. We get the Bloodlust secured, but we get hit by Ari, going to be able to get in there once again with her pokes, going to continue this pressure and make sure that Bloodlust is not a problem anytime soon.
Yeah, this is a happy birthday as well, so going to be getting a ton of damage here, looking like 70% on each player, or each character rather. And the combo, I think, could have continued from there, but either way, gets the throw afterwards. Teemo does get to follow up. No meter, so goes for the tag launcher, and that is going to be death. I mean, talk about one combo just getting you so much value. Great stuff out of dekillsage here to bring this back in the second round. And at this point, I think you're just trying to clean this up without, or if you could, make HUEBERT use the Fury, but I doubt that's going to be happening.
Yeah, I doubt HUEBERT is going to be wanting to use this Fury anytime soon, especially with this life gap. At least we're going to be able to close it off a little bit more with this Time Winder setup. Going to be able to take out the Teemo here, leaving just Echo versus Ari. dekillsage definitely having that life advantage right now as they're already just trying to space out, waiting for HUEBERT to get in with some of these fireballs. Able to catch off the JH, but here comes the Fury actually coming out from HUEBERT, only taken out from that post-mortem assist.
Yeah, it was really interesting seeing them both kind of consider when to use Fury in that situation. After that first character was killed and it was going to be one character apiece, it's really just kind of a back and forth on who ends up popping it first. HUEBERT tries to bet it all on red and does not pay off there. So we'll see if that comes to haunt them in this final round.
Yeah, that break gap is definitely worse for wear for HUEBERT, trying to find their opening right now. But of course, the Teemo is going to be setting up triple mushrooms, setting up the grass, not going to be going for invisibility or the burning bush, just waiting it out and sacrificing their Ori and actually themselves too for a happy birthday.
Yeah, we just run into that Mega Time Winder. I'm not sure what the situation was there. Might have just barely started to commit to an action. Maybe a jump. It could be getting caught out on the jump frames. It's very possible. But either way, going to be Sage getting a nice little opening, forcing the burst out. We'll see. Oh, the dive through was onto the Teemo, but still ends up winning that scrap, catching the Ari here, and going to be a nice little conversion as well. HUEBERT looking great in this final round of our first game.
Really good coming out from HUEBERT there. Definitely having a big life gap right now against this Teemo. Even with your mushrooms coming out, we were able to ankle sweep them, but that means perfect setup for Teemo to get in and start some mushroom loops coming out. Gonna drop it, but at least putting Warwick into the corner, finding on the Sonic rolls, and now the S2 mushrooms are gonna be coming out.
The instant overhead, you gotta be ready for it. I actually was wondering if that was a misinput, because I know sometimes if you get the Wii in the corner, it forces into that wall slump, and then you can get the shroom pickup. But it looks like that might have just been a perfect setup to hold them down in the corner as the big shroom explodes and get the opening with the instant overhead.
Nice, being able to bat out those mushrooms too, even with Teemo trying to set them up, and the burning bush, and the S2 mushroom super. We just run into that and put poison on ourselves. Really rough for HUEBERT here, as we got so many mushrooms set up, which means the dekillsage can just kind of wait in the background, wait for you to get in, just try to do a launcher or something else like that, but actually going for that post-mortem assist from Ari to space out just a little bit more and catches it with the mushroom burning bush.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, with Fury active there, I think the plan for HUEBERT is like, hey, I got to try to get in while this Fury's active. I don't have to worry about chip if I'm blocking on my way in. But once the mushroom badge was acquired, we have those poison clouds. So normally with Fury, you do avoid chip, right? You're not going to have to deal with losing your health on block. But with the poison clouds, you're going to be getting that DOT over time, and it's just going to tick away at your health bar. So it was kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation, and was not able to convert afterwards. Great stuff from Sage there. Great mastery of those characters, and playing it safe in those scrambles and converting when the opportunity presented itself.
Really good coming out there from both sides, especially though the dekillsage going to be up a game as we're just going back to our character select, making sure that we got the right assist, got the right fuses, everything like that, as we're going to be going back over to the beach side, just the water, just the waves, and just the fighters as we're getting into the second game.
Yeah, heading over to Scudler Strand for the second match, and we'll see a nice pickup after that assist with Warwick. Always very valuable. If you tag in quick enough, you can pick up. And goes for the wall cling to buy a little bit of extra space here. Now just going to try to find a way to get in through these mushrooms, and is able to do so, and blocking the burst as well. This is going to be huge. Great start to the match here, and looking to continue that momentum. Oh, was trying to potentially catch after the roll, but not able to do so. And Sage is able to kind of reset a neutral, get another shroom into the mix. Oh, wow, gets picked up. Good stuff. It's a really important tool in this game. If you're going to handshake tag, you should always start an action with your other character before. And you saw that payoff there with that forward S1 with the Warwick, and then handshake so you can follow up behind it.
Oh, nice being able to get the Claws of the Beast off again. We were not watching out for an Echo. Going to be able to help us out, get another situation over there for the Feral Bite. Going into the ultimate, which means we're going to be building a Bloodlust. Going to be absolutely tearing through this Ahri, waiting for Teemo, patiently rubbing our hands as we got such a good life lead. And of course, the Bloodlust install is here. We don't care that we have no meter right now. We're just going to try to wait it out and Berserker Slash our way. It actually drops it!
Oh, it's always that funky positioning with wall bounces. You got to be ready for when they're going to actually side switch or not. And what didn't end up picking up there, but either way, the health advantage is so big, had to feel pretty confident afterwards and was able to clean it up. We'll see here, nice call out to go for the handshake and another blocked burst. I mean, I think we're seeing more blocked bursts than landed bursts, right, at this point? This is pretty crazy.
It's absolutely insane coming out here from HUEBERT, being able to call it out over and over. Now just going through a block string right now, using Echo to call it out. And again, we just keep crouch blocking, and if you keep doing that, the Claws of the Beast are going to be coming out for you.
We blink and the character's dead. I mean, granted, you had the block first, but man, that's such a sick start here for HUEBERT in this round. Trying to even up the series. I mean, going to be stuck into the corner now. Tries to 2H that Teemo, but it's always so hard to predict with that parachute timing. And was able to land a cross-up button, but no confirm after, and you're whiffing, and this is going to be a lot of damage here potentially. No, we're dropping it. So, again, that can be a tricky route for Teemo. You do have to get the partial charge on that 2H, and if you don't, you just fully drop the route.
Unfortunate there, leaving HUEBERT alive as Echo's going to be tagging in. We're sacrificing a little bit of damage on our Warwick, and now the mushrooms are set up. We got the bush in there too, not able to go invisible. Find a catch, going to be able to drop it after that break. And the tear going to be coming in, calling out Teemo, which means this can lead into some crazy damage, especially because we got that level 3. Going to seal the deal on you, going to be going up 1-1.
Yeah, it's going to be a Yordle executed live on camera. There it is. Great stuff from HUEBERT to even up the series 1-1 apiece. And I noticed something that round that I don't think I've seen before. I think a mushroom popped and the hitbox actually hit the Time Winder, and then that took priority over the Warwick. So keep an eye out for that in this matchup. I was not aware that that was an interaction that existed. Maybe I saw that wrong, but that could be huge if you could cover your own character with a Time Winder like that.
That could be really huge, especially that fire coming out to save you from that tear coming out. dekillsage trying to play a little bit more patient, but not watching for my time. Get the third one in this set. We just keep going band for band with some of these baits.
Yeah, HUEBERT must be looking for that at all times. And normally, like, the team comps that are going to bait out those bursts is going to be with freestyle, right? Because you get that extra handshake tag and you can just kind of react with that. But even without it, HUEBERT just kind of ready. Sage is going to have to go back to the lab and see when exactly in these routes he can safely burst because it's not paying off. And that interrupt was crazy. He already must have been committed before the flash.
Yeah, must have been committed. Being able to stop that Time Winder is so huge, but not stopping this Echo pressure anytime soon. Limit Strike going to be coming out, just waiting for you with the overhead kick. Warwick going to try to find their answer. Claws of the Beast able to stop Teemo and just get a few more hits in to take the Ahri out, as left to just the Teemo yet again. And we got a level 3 on our Warwick too, so the Bloodlust is going to be coming out any minute.
And then we see the overhead connect again. This is what I'm saying, guys. This move is so fast. I think it's like technically, what is it, like a 19 or something frame startup? 14 to 19, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
So it's like borders on reactable, but I think the problem is the start of the animation, like, but you don't really recognize it's coming until he's in the air. So those first few frames, I think, make it really tough to react to. I mean, we're seeing top players in the world for this game struggling to block it. So definitely something to keep an eye out for moving forward.
Yeah, really good to call on an opponent's face, especially if they're crouch blocking and not watching out for it. And now we're going to be coming in, able to get that DP off, which means you already know we're going to be going into the maximum wolf, able to get so much damage on the dekillsage, and being able to at least clash on the tear. We'll take that.
Yeah, definitely take that, and we'll see the super tag come to play here. Just get Teemo to set back up here. Almost nearly picked up. We've got the pizza cutter on the other side, not able to fully convert. And the parachute is just above the Warwick. That is insane spacing, totally all according to plan. And now this super tag is just going to let Warwick eat a bunch of damage in the background. Ahri continues the pressure onto the Echo. This should be death here. Sage looking great in the second round. We could be going final game, final round. Let's see what HUEBERT has to say about it.
There we go. DP just a little bit too short. The spacing was not right, and Ahri going to call you out for it, leaving us in our first final game, final round situation of the top 16.
Yeah, this round decides who makes it into top 8 on winner's side and who has to play one more match to make it in on the loser's side. So a lot on the line here. You definitely want to secure your spot if at all possible. We'll see what Sage is able to do. Off to a decent start getting these shrooms down, and the Aria assist does connect, but no conversion after Teemo was interrupted.
There we go, going to be able to try to get that Feral Bite, just going to get broken out of as the mushrooms start to get set up. Able to take one out with Claws of the Beast, going into Echo now, trying to jump in. Air Dash just going to get called out a little bit as Teemo backs up, and once again, we want these mushrooms out and about, making sure that HUEBERT does not want to run in on us.
Yeah, Sage is getting a lot of these hits in these scrambling situations, but not able to convert afterwards, and is going to be opened up by HUEBERT's Warwick here as well. Going to be a bunch of damage on deck, dropping that super, building up Bloodlust, and now, yeah, super tag time. Smart jump there from HUEBERT. Avoid that high-low mix, but still going to get picked up after landing. We'll see, how do you deal with this pressure in the corner? Push block is going to come through, and you have a Time Wider to play around here. Just taking your time, wait for the assist cooldown to come back. Smart choice from HUEBERT.
Yeah, just going to have to wait out this Fireball Super. Actually, assist calls Warwick right just to take that damage.
God.
Wait a minute, we get the freeze on Teemo, and we can easily combo you into the corner, into death, get Warwick in there, get the Feral Bite situation, and you know what? Just build up some Bloodlust meter with that DP and finish it off in style.
That opening was huge. There were 2 mushrooms on the landing zone for that Echo, but the Time Wider connects before and clears the space, so able to land and follow up afterwards. Huge stuff. The 2H whiffs here, and the My Time does connect, but no follow-up after. You got to be ready for those.
Oh, nice, being able to just bat you out, get another Time Winder in there, make up for the last one whiffing, as we're going to be getting you in that time freeze. Yeah, there's that Fury. I mean, we have to use it now or never.
Yeah, exactly, and you've got to be, I'm surprised HUEBERT wasn't ready to block that as well. We've seen so many block bursts at this point, but either way, does get the conversion after. HUEBERT is going to be moving on to top 16. As you can see, feeling mentally exhausted after that set. It was so back and forth, so many different scrambles, and just trying to stay on top of everything that was going on, and it pays off big time to HUEBERT after that banger set, and we'll see Sage, I'm sure, in just a few minutes on the loser side of things. So,
yeah, no, really good coming out from both of those, especially HUEBERT. I mean, the stream we did watch of them yesterday for pools against TGR was also very, very close between them and TJR, and now being able to lock into top 8 after such a close set, especially, again, as I mentioned before, Warwick does struggle a little bit against Ahri, but against some of that mix, especially Claws of the Beast, using it specifically right in front, not trying to run up with it, making sure it wasn't called out, always calling out on the crouch block. After a while, it's like, okay, my opponent's just going to keep crouch blocking. It is plus if they're stand blocking. So maybe in the future, try to stand block a little bit more against the Warwick.
Right, yeah, you'd have to think that would come into play, and again, I think Sage was playing pretty well a lot of that time. If you think of all the times the burst was blocked and all the times he had those opening scrambles, especially with the pizza cutter midair and not able to convert, the fact that it went that long shows like it's definitely had a good grasp of things across the whole match, but you're going to have to hit the lab on those certain situations and be ready to roll. And we are going to have to be ready to roll for this next match. We have Hikari versus ChrisG. ChrisG was just, I believe, in second place in I hope its first attack is the series. I think it was first attack, right?
Yeah.
In Puerto Rico. So going up against, I believe it was Jonathan Tene in the grand finals, and that was a fantastic tournament. ChrisG, I mean, just a master of so many different games, right? We've seen them for decades at this point across the fighting game space, and now Hikari has just been on an absolute tear in this game. An EVO France champion for Dragon Ball Fighters, and basically any tournament he enters at this point for 2XKO he's taking. So this would be huge for Chris to be able to take this, but I don't even know if you could call it a huge upset just with their resumes across their career, right?
Yeah, no, they've both been playing so well in the tag fighter scene. Even ChrisG coming out last night to UMBC 3 to a Game 10 in the grand finals. A Game 10 against TJ, losing it out in the end to Team Big Body, but hey, still being able to play pretty well with a Mori, Doom, Virgil team. So I imagine ChrisG is just going to be trying to bring that pressure again against Hikari to see who makes it towards top 8 on the winner's side. Just going to be making sure our buttons are all set to go, as I want to see what they're going to be playing this time around, especially from ChrisG.
It's so funny how different players kind of wear their emotions on their sleeve or not. We saw SonicFox just having a great time, win or lose, match after match. Hikari looks like he hasn't expressed an emotion in his entire life. He's just so stoic and locked and loaded, and he's ready. There's no fun here. It's all business, and I totally respect that. I mean, it's paying off for him with his approach, so we'll see what he's able to do here. We are going to be seeing the Echo Yasuo combo. Top two players, or characters rather, on the roster going up against the Keepaway team. I believe it's Teemo Ahri, right, if I remember correctly, or is it Teemo Jinx for ChrisG?
I think for ChrisG, and I actually have no idea. It's been a minute since I've seen them myself. We're definitely locking into the Teemo. It's
Yeah,
Teemo Ari going to be coming out again. So definitely a team that can cover all of their breaks versus another team that just wants to really keep you out and stall you up.
Yeah, and this could be a potential button check. We'll see as we hop in. Think they're going to be doing that. So we'll take a peek here. Maybe we'll see a little bit of sauce. Yeah, I imagine that's not how we're playing neutral Teemo. So this should be a fun one. We got freestyle behind the Teemo Ari, and we got double down on Yasuo Echo. Now that's actually very interesting to me because I think Hikari started this game with 2x assist, and then at DIY was running freestyle with this team. And when I say 2x assist, he was also running, I believe it was Yasuo Alawi at the time.
Yeah.
And now still with Yasuo Echo freestyle in the last tournament, and now here we're seeing double down. So I'm curious, maybe just pick something different for the button check to make sure it's clear, or if they're going to be rocking that. Okay, so it is going to be freestyle on both sides.
Definitely feeling the Yasuo Echo as they've been taking over the 2x KO scene. I remember them playing Yasuo Alawi before, especially with 2x. Such a good team in terms of keeping up with Alawi's tentacle loops, especially on that 2x assist. I remember seeing that a lot from them before, but Echo's still going to be able to hold down just the same with the Mega Time Winder situations and a lot of other stuff that Echo could do, especially Mr. My Time over here with that assist.
Exactly right. Well, let's get on into it. We have our third of 4 winner's side matches here for top 16. Let's see who claims the next spot on winner's side and who has to fight for their life in the loser side of things. I mean, we got to favor Hikari slightly here, but ChrisG's going to be no slouch, so this should be a fun one.
Ooh, Stray going to be going on Teemo as Echo's going to be going in for the launcher. Already going to be able to catch ChrisG as, there we go, Yasuo going to be getting in there trying to set up a win wall.
Woo! Yeah, getting into quite a scramble here. Just going to bring in the Teemo. So definitely one of the great uses of freestyle here is being able to tag Teemo, start to charge that slingshot, re-tag to Ari so she can continue the pressure with that slingshot behind. We're going to be seeing a lot of that, I'm sure. We're going to be seeing a lot of this route as well, bringing you all the way to the corner and setting up strong Oki time after time. Whether you stay with Ari or do the tag launcher, you have a lot of flexibility with her, this team.
There we go. Going to be slamming Teemo on the ground. Going to be catching on the roll. And there we go. Baiting out the break. Going to be really bad for ChrisG here as Hikari's going to be setting up perfectly. Going to be going to the tag launcher. Get Yasuo in here to finish the job. Just slash you down while you're on the ground. Leaving just the Teemo led alive with no meter, no fury. We got 2 bars for supers if we want to use them. It's still a rough spot.
Yeah, we're seeing the value of that freestyle like we were talking about before. It's definitely the strongest fuse if you want to be baiting burst and keeping your pressure safe, even if you have a couple gaps in there. So going to be seeing a lot of that on both sides of things, I'm sure, and Hikari just playing nice and safe here. Just take a little bit of chip, let the mushroom badge continue, and looking for a strong opportunity to find a way in here. The throw is going to allow you to do that, but you're going to have to deal with the shroom afterwards. And nice parry. Check is passed, and we're just dropping the level 3. Great awareness of the resources on deck and saying, don't try me with that. I got these reactions.
Able to catch them reactions, being able to take out that Teemo, able to take out that first round. Ari going to have to come in again after Teemo to, try to make something happen. Definitely going to be tagging straight into them. Playing Morgan Point last night for UMBC 3, so going to be doing a similar game, but still having to deal with this echo pressure, especially as we get the after image install out of here. Being able to stop your get up attack.
Yeah, how do you like your burrito? Do you want extra guac? Do you want extra mix? What is it going to be? And we're seeing a ton of damage after the follow-up. This is, in all intents and purposes, that was one touch to get 90% and then just gets the throw afterwards. So great stuff from Hikari. Off to a fantastic start here in the second round. Looking to close out game 1 strong.
Yeah, looking to get Echo in there too, especially as Yasuo is just going to finish their pressure. Not going to be able to bait out the Fury this time around. Teemo just going to be running in with their little waddle. Going to be able to get a happy birthday for a split second, but still going to be able to get some damage. Actually drops on Echo, leaving Yasuo to set up the wind wall and Echo to get the pressure, but the parry going to be coming through, and that's going to be some damage.
Yeah, don't try me with that. I mean, these players are so strong. They know when these parry opportunities are going to show up, and it's funny seeing another Teemo player dropping that pickup with the charge 2H. It's tougher than you guys might think. I mean, you can get down the time to get it mostly consistent, but having to get that mid-charge, it really is a different execution check that players, especially like someone ChrisG, who has so much experience across all these other games, there's not a lot of hold execution checks. And you see here a great follow-up after with that super tag, or not super tag, super assist rather. And the burst is going to waste all 3 of that meter. Tough position here for ChrisG, so no parries available. Going to have to do this with very limited resources and not even a super tag available anytime soon.
Yeah, going to be really rough for ChrisG, but at least we got both of your opponents on low health. But Echo's going to be able to go in off that stinger from Yasuo. Going to be able to get the tag launcher off. Yasuo going to be able to put you to the ground. We got 2 bars, so we're going to be finishing off with that S2. Hikari getting the first game on the board.
It's so funny, man. He looks identical to preset. He's just unfazed, win or lose. You love to see it. He's just locked in here all the way in. Making ChrisG looking like a little bit of a slouch. I mean, that was just a very clean start for this first game, and we know how strong of a player ChrisG is, so just a testament to Hikari's strength in this game and his consistency.
Being able to tag with that freestyle into Teemo, going to be able to get some mushroom moves off here, keep Hikari in the corner. We got breaker for Hikari, but we're definitely going to be waiting maybe until the super just gets baited out a little bit, but the limit strike is going to be going in. We're trying to set up a mine, able to throw off the wake-up roll. Knew that was going to happen, but not that get-up attack.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see a back throw come out there. He did react in time, but either way, it's going to be Hikari's turn, keeping up this corner pressure. What is the mix here? There is no mix, ends up whiffing, and the RES2 is going to convert, so this is a free full super for Teemo to follow up, and now just going to look to chip him out.
Trying to get that chip so close yet so far, and Hikari, good call out there, going to be able to put your Yasuo in the back spot and save a little bit of that great health. Echo going to have to take this Teemo up front, and Teemo going to be able to find their opening, and we're definitely going to be going to a full combo. Actually, not going to be able to, but hey, we just run back in there for the OTG. We got our S2 Mushroom Super in the corner, and we're going to continue it for 50% off your life. We're going.
What is this route? I have not seen this route before. This is actually insane. There's so much bad progress, so much damage, and being able to bring Ahri into that strong Oki situation with her down S1. I mean, just so strong, but it does end up getting clipped on the other side. Going to bring Echo in off the tag launcher, and we're just dropping that meter. I believe this should kill. Ahri is one of the squishier characters in the game. There is a lot of scaling on here.
Going to be able to take out the Ahri there, leaving just Teemo with no bar 2 against Hikari. Definitely going to feel rough, especially with Echo right in front of you yet again, trying to bait out the parachute, able to parry that hyper super rush. Going to be coming in and not going to be able to find the punish on Teemo. Wait, there we go. We found the anti-air. Yeah,
no confirm afterwards. Did get that opening, but not able to get a full conversion. We'll see what Hikari's able to do. I mean, just such low health on the Yasuo here. You got to be careful with what you can get hit by. A single hit could do it, but also a single hit could clutch the round. What a confirm. Gets the dash through into the level 3. That is a dead Yordle, and that is another round secured. 1 round away here from securing a spot in winner's side, top 8. What is ChrisG's response?
ChrisG going to have to figure out something now, or else they're going to be going to the loser side of the bracket to qualify for top 8, especially as Hikari is already trying to bat about a swing with their time winders, get in with the rapid slashes coming out from Virgil, and there we go. Going to be finding the opening, dropping on our B, and B unfortunate there, and not going to be able to pick back up, just getting a little bit of damage on Teemo for a stray.
Oh, that was nice air mobility and fantastic defense from Chris here. I mean, does get clipped, but no conversion afterwards. Blocked like 4 different mixes before getting hit by the 5th. And, I mean, just such a strong defensive player. You see that come out here. And, I mean, I can't even believe there was a throw gap there. That's insane. I thought that was still in block stun, but strong awareness from Hikari. It is going to be up to ChrisG here to get this pressure in the corner. No gray health for Ahri, so even though you're taking her out, she's not going to get any health back, really. It's just going to be up to this team to do some work, and is able to get the overhead afterwards, so forcing the breakout from Hikari.
Ooh, and trying to find what that stance 2H. Going to get a little bit of damage on Ahri and has to wait out this Teemo. Able to take out all those mushrooms, but that pebble was just enough to start the pressure for ChrisG. Going to be able to find their opening and continue that pressure with Ahri. Going to be charging up this S1 super just for some more juggling, some more combo damage, and tag launch straight into Teemo.
Oh boy, Teemo says as he gets to continue the combo afterwards and actually drops it. And again, we see the pizza cutter connect midair, but no follow-up. It's so hard to react to that. And either way, the Ahri air throw is going to come through. Looking like this could be a potential final round situation if we're able to continue this with ChrisG. The super is going to connect from Hikari, so it's just going to be Echo v Teemo. 2 of the top 4 horsemen. Who takes this? There is a health advantage and meter advantage on ChrisG's side.
Yeah, really good coming out here. Spirit Rush not going to be coming through for ChrisG just yet, but able to find an opening. This is really good coming out for the Teemo, especially getting a little burning push. Drops it. Oh no, Echo going to be staying alive. We just got to build as much pressure as possible with this S1 super. Keep Hikari out of our space, but they're just going to be jumping in, waiting on you. You're stalling in the air, but it's not enough.
Oh man, Hikari's ready for it. Don't try that on him, and now it's burrito time. And ends up getting the mix afterwards, catches on the low. Could potentially pop Fury if he wants to continue to get more damage, but no, we're going to go for Limit Strike, take a little bit of strong Oki here, and now you could potentially react if you are Hikari to getting hit once with the Fury. But time is coming into play here. Now there's going to be some chip damage coming in. And again, Teemo has less health, so if it's even, the edge is going to go to Hikari.
trying to find one stray pebble to get some damage. It's going to be a timeout, and Hikari winning with just like a little bit of health on timeout. Really good there, making sure you're not going to get chipped out from a pebble, as Hikari is going to be moving on to top 8.
Yeah, that got so scrambly at the end. I'm really surprised we didn't see ChrisG go for the Teemo Super, the Dart Super. That could have potentially chipped out and gotten at least a health advantage at the end, but opts to go for the pebble. I mean, I guess Fury could have been popped if he saw the super start early, but I don't even think that would interrupt it when it's full screen. So curious what the thought process is there. But either way, Hikari doing Hikari things, claiming that next spot in the top 8. And now we have one spot remaining on the winner side of things. That's going to be between Nitro and Leffen. I mean, this could be a Strive Grand Finals, and we're seeing it on winner side top 16 for 2xKO. So very interesting to see how this one is going to play out. We got more Teemo coming on deck. I know for a fact Leffen's playing Teemo. He cooked me earlier. And I believe Nitro, I want to say Nitro also has Teemo on his team, so could be double Teemo again. Going to be very interesting to see here. But, man, just insane matches. It's everything we could have asked for. We kind of expected this coming in, right, with such strong players, and it's just great that it's paying off for us here.
Yeah, no, it's really great that we're seeing so much top talent coming out here, especially with Nitro and Leffen coming up here now. Leffen coming all the way from Sweden, too, which is, like, insane, coming all the way from there to Dreamhack to try to compete and, of course, try to win for 2025 for the first Impact event. Still having to go up against Nitro, of course, sponsored by FlyQuest. Great to see them out here, of course, competing in Guilty Gear Strive, too.
Yeah, exactly right. I'm curious if Leffen's just sticking around for Midwest as well, because that's going to be in a couple weeks, and there's a nice little prize pool for 2v2, or maybe he just hopped across the ocean just for this weekend. But either way, great to see Leffen come out here, unless you run into him in pools. That was not so fun, let me tell you that. But hey, it is what it is. It's good reps to get matches against top players, and we have been blessed with that here all bracket today.
Yeah, no, we've been blessed. I mean, personally, my run, I went up against Blue Sky Guy, so close to taking the set, but I just whiffed on some Feral Bite situations.
Sure. Unfortunate
there, but hey, I just lock in for next time. And the person I lost to in losers is also in the losers for top 16. So I lost to top players. So hypothetically, if the seeding was different, I would have made top 16. Hypothetically.
Yeah, you could have been you over there. I might have been commentating solo. So lucky for me, I have some assistants here. So shout out fellow ONI member, Blue Sky. Coming through and taking that dub. But, yeah, we're going to be hopping into this match here shortly. Both players getting posted up, and they've just been looking really clean. I haven't watched too much of Nitro in this tournament run, but was at DIY and a couple locals in New York as well, and has been playing at a really high level over there as well. So I would imagine in this matchup, Leffen is the favorite. I know seeding-wise today, Nitro would be the favorite, the way that lines up. So I guess it depends who you ask, but I mean, Leffen's definitely no slouch. We've seen them take some tournaments across multiple games, including, I believe, one of, I don't know if it was a first Impact event, but there was a huge EU tournament that they did take first place. So, yeah, should be very interesting to see here. I do see Teemo on player 2 side, which I believe is going to be Leffen. So I'm just so curious to see who Nitro's playing.
Yeah, Nitro, of course, going to be coming in, hopefully bringing from Guilty Gear Strive with the method. And I'd like to see a little bit more of that coming out from Nitro, known for that, as we're just going to make sure our buttons are all good, making sure they're pressing right. Just going to be saving our buttons, and yeah, both sides going to be rocking with the Teemo. Going to be seeing Nitro rocking Yasuo with it. Interested to see if Leffen is going to continue. There we go, just going to be locking in that Teemo ult. That's your only choice there.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a mirror match, if I remember correctly. Yeah. That's when I was playing Leffen, it was Yas Teemo, so we'll see if they do the same fuses as well. We have double down on the side of Leffen and double down on the side of Nitro. So I imagine this will be a quick button check, and then we'll be hopping in the action. I mean, so just from my match today against Leffen, he has some very strong routes. You're going to see a lot of super tag action, and if that pickup does connect, you're going to be seeing a lot of stance heavies out of Yasuo. Just build up that damage all throughout, and then there's just so many different conversions he can follow up with. You can place a Shroom as Yasuo does a downward slash and kind of pick up from there. There's just so much value from this team, and they really complement each other. I thought it would not be the most complementary team early on, but it just, I mean, with all the tools Yasuo has, it can really pay off big time.
Yeah, it can really pay off. Seems that was just a little bit of a button check. All good to go now. That was going to be locking in on our characters now as we're going to be getting into the real match. Still keeping the double down on both sides, of course. These are really good teams with the super tag situation, as you were talking about before, and then being able to just charge up with that stance heavy. Now going into the Bridge of Progress. Both of them going to be leaving home, going in between Piltover and Zon, as we're going to be seeing who's moving on the winner side to top 8.
Yeah, it's going to be our last match of the winner side of things here for top 16. So This will definitely be interesting to see who takes this and who's going to have a little bit of a loser's run ahead of them. See right away there was some super tag shenanigans, but going to kind of reset to neutral here. And another super tag on deck, and wasn't able to jump during the block string, so has to block all this manually, and is able to do so, but afterwards does get picked up by the low.
Yeah, really good call out there. Good to be able to just rapid slash their way through. Leffen already playing so well. Just going to be tagging Teemo in there to try to deal with it. Broken though, as now Yasuo going to have to come back in and finish the job, but can't find their pokes.
We'll see playing it out here slowly, parachuting away, just kind of feeling out neutral here, trying to let the assist do the work if at all possible. I'm just going to have to eat all this pressure. Yasuo's getting beat up in the background. Instant overhead did connect, but no follow-up afterwards. Wasn't quite ready for it. We'll see the nice backward jump to get out of that forward throw. Good awareness of the situation there. Tries to parachute out of that, but Yasuo is body blocking with his own life. We'll see here, and it's so back and forth already. Leffen does get the pickup here. That is going to be first character taken out. Leffen leading the way in this first round. We'll see if the solo Yasuo has what it takes to even things up. Oh, the instant overhead, it's so strong, and if you have the pickup afterwards, it can be huge as well. Only seeing a couple hits, no full conversion, and nice pickup with the Teemo slingshot on the other side of things to keep that combo true. A strong awareness from Leffen.
Really good coming out from Leffen right off the bat. Immediately trying to go for that super tech situation again, finding the stray on Yasuo and being able to find Teemo a little happy birthday there for a second as it's just Teemo left to get OTG'd. Good break there, but still a lot of damage off the bat on Nitro, as now they're going to be getting their own super tech situation, but whiffing on the stance 2H.
Yeah, it was great timing there from Nitro to catch Leffen starting to plant that shroom, so the super did connect, but no full conversion afterwards. And now you get the wall slump. It's so valuable for Yasuo. He can pick up in so many different ways, and the wall slump is just such a nice one. It gives you so much time to confirm afterwards. And you see here, because you're in the corner, you do get the double level 1 super situation. So Nitro able to take the first health bar of the second round, trying to bring this back, and does connect with the medium in the air. Gonna force the breakout, so it is going to be Fury time on this Yasuo. A single hit could lead to death, but now it's dart time. This is a great combo. Gives you a lot of corner carry, a lot of badge progression as well, and you get to opt into a super afterwards, or mushroom, or tag launcher. We see the mushroom option. Forward throw does connect. And no combo afterwards on the pickup.
Trying to rush in. There we go, getting the Sonic roll off. Going to be able to get that S1 super in there too. Trying to get more damage on the super tag. And now Nitro is going to be able to tie the rounds up 1-1. Trying to make a statement against Leffen right now as we're going into this third round. Of course, Leffen just opening it. Both of them opening it the same way now. And both Yasuo's having to take the darts.
That's modern art. Single brain cell from both of them being shared here as both players opting for the same exact opening. It just kind of evens out. And now we're going right back into the classic pressure. Nice cross-up, wasn't ready for it. I really think the only option is, I mean, if you have the reactions, you can go for a block, but I think parry is probably the strongest, because depending on the spacing, you never know if that move's going to cross up or not, and we don't see that option coming through, so good bit of value there for Nitro.
Leffen going to try to get in on the blockchain right now, backing up with the mushroom and the pebble. Going to catch a little bit on Nitro, but not enough to make some crazy damage or combos happen. Just going to have to back up. The stance 2H going to catch on Yasuo, and we're going to be able to pick up off of that too. Try to get the mushroom in there for the S1 super tag situation to come out for the S2 mushrooms.
Yeah, we're progressing this mushroom badge big time, killing the character as well. So about 60% of the way or so. There's probably 4 more shrooms that need to get popped on Nitro's side of things. I don't know if that's going to happen by the time this match wraps up, but we do see a pickup afterwards with the Yasuo. This is going to be huge here. Lots of damage, getting the limit strike, setting up for good corner pressure, and it went for a get-up attack. Was so far away from the Yasuo. That, I mean, I think that was just a preemptive choice, not rather than reaction.
Now having to pop the Fury, it's a now or never type of situation for Leffen. Having to rush in, getting air thrown though, able to survive that, get an opening, but the break coming out from Nitro means that Nitro is setting up their own super tag situation, but the crumple coming out from the post-mortem assist.
Yeah, huge assist, and while the Fury's about to run out, you would love to get this opening if you're Leffen, but now no Fury on deck. It's just going to be up to a low health Teemo and a Yasuo behind things, but yeah, Nitro cleaning stuff up after a solid start from Leffen. Able to take game 1 and in a strong position here. 1 game away from clutching up a spot on the winner's side of top 8. Let's see what Leffen's response is here. Do we see double super tag again, or do we feel out neutral a bit? Okay.
Yeah, just going to be doing it again. Nitro at this point knows that Leffen is going to be going for that super tag situation. And this time around, going to get the advantage, especially off neutral. Going to be able to get that throw and block your get-up attack, but at least you're going to be able to break to stop this pressure.
That was really funny. Both players adapted that time around for the super tag and went for wind wall assist on both of them. So ends up kind of neutralizing things here. And Leffen does end up on the strong side of things after the first scramble. Going to be able to get the strong Oki situation with the burning bush. Instant overhead does connect. Going to force the breakout from Nitro. And now we're right back into the super tag situation.
Yeah, right back into super tag, trying to get that throw off. There we go. The air throw coming out, though. Able to find your opening, though. Nitro going to have to take more damage off these stances coming out from Leffen, being able to carry with this BNB in the corner. Love this route coming out. And you already know we're going to try to end it off with Teemo.
Yeah, exactly right. Teemo just gets so much value out of the corner, and it goes for the reset into the air throw. Good call from Leffen here, in a strong position in this first round. We'll see that assist does connect, so was able to confirm easily with that handshake tag. This should lead to death. 3 meter is on deck, no break in sight. Round 1 going Leffen's way in this second game. Trying to stay alive here. There's a lot on the line here.
Yeah, Leffen finding a lot more of those openings that they need, and especially being able to convert their combos over and over again from both Yasuo to Teemo, and now going to be able to be on potential just round reset, being able to get the 1-1 situation, especially as they're opening up differently, just trying to get pebbles and assists in there, proving to be successful.
Nice. Yeah, and the successful empty jump there into the low is going to be huge, forcing the breakout right away in the second round. So Leffen in a fantastic spot moving forward. Does get picked up with the forward throw, so has to deal with some mix afterwards, and does get picked up here. So going to have to consider spending this Fury. No, a rare drop. Okay. Wasn't able to close that distance enough was Nitro, and has to reset to neutral here. Can't really contest with the burning bush, or we can just run right into it. Why not?
Yeah, you know, if we just want to do that, we always can, but now having to take so much damage coming off of that super tag situation from Leffen, rushing it in, going to be able to get the throw on wake up, but this time around we're using our get up attack to keep safe. Going to get Teemo in there, both of them trying to throw in the mushrooms. Make sure you do not get strayed out by the pebble, as the super tag situation going to be successful for Leffen.
Yeah, punishing that slingshot. Great awareness there. And Leffen's in a fantastic spot here to close out the second game. This would be an insane comeback if Nitro's able to do it. But, I mean, Yasuo is one of those characters that can kind of do it by themselves if needed. We'll see what they're able to do. Is going to get picked up with the Hasagi through the wind wall. Game 2 going Leffen's way. We got a final game situation here between two of Strive and two of Scale's top players.
Yeah, now trying to see who's moving on against that top 8 winners side. Both of them really wanting to go there with the same teams. And Leffen going back to their usual neutral. But this time around, you know, again, we're both going for that super tag situation with the wind wall again. But this time that enhanced thing are going to be going successful for Leffen.
That's such good screenshot material. Having the super flash and then seeing the assist with Yasuo's face on both sides of things. It's just the same. It's literally every round start we've been seeing that. I need to see that on the timeline later. But either way, great start here from Leffen. Able to get half of Yasuo's health off the bar for Nitro. Does end up getting picked up after and gets the burst baited. This is a huge turnaround for Nitro. Can you get the full conversion afterwards? Does get the shroom pop, so we're progressing the badge, getting extra damage, more shrooms on deck afterwards, continuing the route. This is just so optimal. This should be a full conversion afterwards. Ends up not getting it. The chain dash not fast enough.
Not fast enough, trying to find your opening yet again. Perfect parry, though, coming out against Leffen. Nitro finding so many good openings here to continue their pressure. Going to be able to launch again with the fire coming out from Teemo. Put you to the ground with the butt slam. Get that S1 super, and of course, we're getting for that super tag situation. Not able to find all of our openings and have to break to make sure that that birthday does not continue.
What could have been such a strong spot to convert off that super tag ends up going into a bit of a scramble. Has to break, but it ends up paying off. And now we got round 1 locked up. Good stuff from Nitro here. Looking like in a commanding position. The only deficit we're looking at going into this round is going to be on the break side of things. So outside of that, we'll see what they're able to do. Just so much badge progression as well. The routes that Nitro's going for is so valuable here.
And already being able to launch again. Definitely more Leffen's game this time around, this round, especially as we're going to be getting our tag launcher in there, get Yasuo in there, trying to find an OTG, just dash out of there to go for another opening, and Nitro was not ready for that. Pay the price with Teemo's life.
Yeah, Leffen cleaning up that Teemo and not a scratch on him. It does get picked up afterwards with the Hasagi, so a nice little bit of damage here for Nitro, but that means meters off the table, no parry available for a bit here. And it'll just be up to some raw neutral with the occasional Teemo assist behind here. Gets the forward throw, goes for some Oki pressure afterwards, plays it nice and safe, and now super tag going to come through. Jumps, but actually gets called out for the jump. Teemo's everyone's hitting everyone right now. Super tag, or super assist rather from Teemo coming through, getting a little extra damage in. And both Yasuos are just going to set up mid-screen, touch tornadoes real quick, and see how they can feel this out. Good block on the instant overheads. The defense is huge here from Nitro.
And there we go, that super tag situation coming out yet again, but this time around Nitro almost able to block out everything, but Yasuo going to be able to find their way in again. Leffen going to be able to pop up that S2 super, and you already know we're going to be linking straight into our ultimate, and I'm pretty sure we got another final game, final round situation on our hands.
Yeah, it's huge high pressure, great gameplay, and this is where we see the greats kind of demonstrate why they are so good. With all this pressure on deck, you've got to stay composed and play your game. We'll see who's able to do so. And again, literally every single round has been starting the same exact way. Fantastic stuff here from both players. You're just taking advantage of the strong mechanics. I mean, it's a really strong option. You might as well go for it. You have the wind wall to cover your butt as well, so very valuable stuff. And Leffen going to come out on top of that initial scramble. Slight health advantage here, and no break for either player moving forward.
Going to be no break and just trying to rush in against the Teemo right now, trying to parry, but Yasuo just going to find their way in. Virgil doing Virgil things, going to continue this pressure even more with some of these inputs. Going to be able to find Teemo in there too. Get that mushroom in there, trying to make sure you're still blocking. As we come in again for the pizza coming from the overhead, we got to be watching.
Chat, press 1 if you got hit. You didn't know what side that was landing on. I know you didn't.
That came at the top of our heads, but Yasuo going to try to make that guess happen again, and Nitro still can't take any of this pressure. Leffen on point right now. They got the dog in them.
Yeah, no Warwick on screen, but the dog is here, and Leffen is just absolutely cooking. There's going to be a ton of damage going into the Super Shroom afterwards. Gets to continue, but Fury is going to be popped, so it's all up to the single Fury on a low-health Teemo to bring a huge comeback. Going to try to be fishing for a happy birthday if at all possible, but goes for the limit strike into hard knockdown, provides some meter, and the air throw does lead into a dead Teemo, so this is very doable right now. There is potential for Leffen to get break here by the end of this, but we're just going for a little bit of chip, or a good chunk of chip rather, because Fury is on deck, so that is pretty valuable with that dart super.
We do lose out on Fury. It is expired now. Still having to go into a Yasuo with that wind wall is very, very scary, but at least our mushrooms are trying to help out. We're just going to get some more mushrooms in there with the S2 super, but there we go. Oh, it was on block, but the post-mortem assist comes out to clutch. We whiff in the air. Unfortunate, the Sonic roll trying to come out. Both of them in neutral, but we find with the air throw trying to pick
tried
up.
to beat the Fury, but didn't. Oh, Leffen's so smart to opt to not use it there, and it pays off big time. Nitro easily could have taken that if he just fully committed, but, I mean, just respected the knowledge and the situational awareness from Leffen, expected the Fury to come out, but no. I mean, the mind games is just so crazy there. It's just so important in this game to take advantage of your resources and manage them to the best of your ability, and we just saw it could pay off huge there for Leffen. Great stuff.
Great stuff coming out there from Leffen, able to clutch up in the end, especially as Nitro was about to come up on you after that Fury with that Teemo. Even if it was low health, even if it was a big hill to climb, they were still trying to climb up it. And shout out to both of them. Of course, Nitro going to be going on the loser side, still can qualify towards our top 8. Again, just going to have to be on the loser side, as now we're going to be paying a visit towards that side.
Exactly right. We are going to be heading over to the loser side of things. We do have our first match queued up. It's going to be JaazzRap against Ronnichu. Ronnichu making a pretty strong run. I'll have to double check their bracket to see, but I believe they had some strong wins. And JaazzRap has been just grinding out these online tourneys. I believe just got first or second in Breakout. I believe you were commentating that match this past weekend. But either way, there's going to be some sick ones. And of course, with Leffen going on to the winner side of thing, going to be in that top 4 of winners, or top 4 players on the winner side of things, but it's obviously going to be top 8. I believe that means there'll be minimum 6th place on the winner side of things. So great stuff there, and I'm sure we'll be seeing Nitro here shortly in a couple of matches. So going to want to stay tuned for sure. These loser matches are going to be crazy, and everyone here from moving forward is going to be on their tournament life, trying to secure a spot to play tomorrow, I believe at 11 a.m.
Yeah, it's going to be a very early morning for these players. I know I'm going to be watching in the audience because there's going to be some hype sets, especially as we're already having in top 16. You guys are already giving me heart attacks. I drink too much Red Bull already, so, you know, if I flatline tonight, you already know why.
Well, it gets dangerous. When Red Bull sponsors events like they do at Dreamhack, they're handing out free Red Bull. That can be a strong choice for us commentators to stay locked and loaded.
You should have told me that.
Oh, you didn't even know? That I
no,
assume that's where you got it from.
No, I got it from, like, the Red Bull booth.
Yeah, Red Bull booth. Yeah,
that is what you're talking about.
Yeah. But I'm saying because they sponsor you, you just go grab them for free. So I've been doing that every day for sure, and helps to stay energized, locked and loaded for these sick matches here. And, yeah, you got to shout out to all our sponsors for this event. Dreamhack has been fantastic. I don't know how much of the event you've been able to check out outside of these matches, but a lot of great stuff to do, a lot of great vendors, and there's cosplay competitions going on. There's tons of art everywhere. Great matches across the fighting games, Marvel Rivals, CS. It's just been a great weekend all around.
Yeah, no, really cool stuff coming out over here. There's a bed company that has like surround sound speakers in their bed. I almost fell asleep on that. And I'm pretty sure they got pictures on me for their social media. And of course, there's a Dreamhack store where they have some stuff like on bargain too. Some old stuff from Liquipedia. There's like a Spider-Man jersey in there. Which,
sick.
if you know who I want to play in Tokon, I'm definitely buying that.
There you go.
I'm a day one Spider-Man.
There you go. We need to see some new character reveals in that game. It's been a hot minute. We haven't
True.
We haven't gotten a single new character since the game has been shown off. So
Nope.
Very curious to see what's up with that. But we are seeing a new character of this stream. We are seeing Alawi come in for the first time. So that should be very interesting to see. A character we saw a ton when this game first came back for early access, and especially during the Alpha Labs as well. Starting to fall off a little bit in terms of representation, but still a very, very strong character. And we're going right into things. It looks like, oh no, this actually might be a bug check. Okay, it looked like they were scrambling right off the bat, but
yeah, just gonna make sure we're good to go. Actually,
I think they. This is so hard to tell. I think they are actually playing this one out. All right. So we are going to hop into things with JaazzRap rocking the Echo Warwick 2x assists. Like we talked about before, a very strong team to get those Bloodlust combos, get a ton of Bloodlust meter built up, and we have the Alawi alongside Yasuo with 2x assists. Hikari's old team, you see it paying off big time here, leading off to a ton of damage on the Echo.
There we go. Already being able to take out JaazzRap's Echo. And we're still putting the pressure on Warwick. Going to have to find another rapid slash situation. Going to be able to continue it with the stances as we're going to pretty swimmingly almost take out JaazzRap here and now. Actually, no, we got it.
Yeah, fantastic start here for Ronnichu. Really cooking with this team, showing the value. And it just covers so much space. All the combo extensions feel so guaranteed. It's like really hard for these characters to drop combos. It has to be like a very specific situation. And you see them cleaning things up in this first round and continuing on in the second round. Going for the limit strike here to get into the corner and build up a little extra meter.
There we go. The break going to be coming out for Ronnichu. Trying to go in there. JaazzRap trying to slash their way in. The overhead kick getting perfect parried. We already knew it was coming out.
Yeah, great reaction there. That overhead is pretty quick, but not quick enough. It is definitely reactable, and this is going to lead to a nice little extension here on the side of Ronnichu. Time to guess for your character's life here. Break is on deck. You may decide to pop it, but with the tentacles behind it, that could come into play.
There we go, trying to find a little bit of a hot. Trying to mix up on JaazzRap right now, not able to find it, just going for a lot of blocked attacks. Alawi, though, going to find one hit, able to get it. No confirm off of it, though, but hey, it's my time.
Yeah, double my time going to come in. It is going to be blocked, so just going to handshake tag in. Try to continue a little bit of pressure if at all possible. Tag in the Warwick, and break is going to come through as well. But right after the break, you're getting happy birthday, and the assist character is going to die first. Great awareness here from Ronnichu to continue the route. And with all this meter on deck, it's going to lead to death. This is going to be our first 2x KO of the day. Fantastic way to take the first game of the set if you are Ronnichu.
Really great start from Ronnichu there. Really just steamrolling over JaazzRap. JaazzRap always goes crazy whenever I see them in bracket. So to see somebody like Ronnichu just step up and already taking a game, I imagine they're feeling very strong here. Just going to be resetting a little bit, make sure we got the right fuses on our characters, as now we're going to be locking in again. Now going to the streets of Zaun.
Yeah, I haven't seen the stage as much, but we are going to be hopping in here. Home court advantage for Team JaazzRap. And we'll see if they're able to turn things around with that. Looks like that's not the start you want. Oh, how does that continue? Yasuo is so privileged, man. He's swinging the opposite direction, but still able to continue. And we're going right into the Alawi S2 Super. Time to guess for your character, or you're going to have to break to stay alive. But so far, the defense is paying off big time. It's going to be a decent amount of chip, but no opening yet.
Yeah, no opening, but there we go. JaazzRap going to find a little bit on Alawi, but that was the assist. A little assist bait there means that Yasuo is staying alive and being able to just slash your way into knocking down Echo. Back a little bit into neutral as Ronnichu trying to play a little bit more patient, but we're not watching out for those claws of the beast, meaning that Warwick is going to be able to get some savage slashes, open up with a 5M. Now going to get broken out, stuck in the corner.
Yeah, good stuff. Forcing out the break. When you're, especially in this health deficit, it really can help things out moving forward in this game. And the 2H from Yasuo hits on the other side. Break hits nothing, so was potentially going to be able to get a punish afterwards, but doesn't. And now we're kind of just playing things back out in neutral, nice and slow. looking to see JaazzRap just trying to find a way in. This low health Warwick is getting tagged in. Very risky situation. I think looking for a way to get Echo back in here as we're just kind of backdashing a neutral and gets clipped for it. That's the risk you take by bringing in a low health character. A single straight hit does wrap it up. And now this is going to be another kill as well. So already on set point here for Ronnichu. Great start. And JaazzRap's been playing very well in these online tournaments. So Ronnie is looking fantastic here.
Yeah, Ronnie really trying to go for the upset against JaazzRap right now. So close, just needs one more round, and already starting strong on the Warwick. Going to get that tentacle, and of course set up perfectly for Yasuo for the tag launcher. Going to be getting Alawi back in there, but dropping on the combo. Unfortunate there, especially as JaazzRap is trying to wait out for you. But hey, you slash in on them. You got it.
Yeah, that forward S1 connected on an interrupt as well, so you got the counter hit situation, made things a little bit easier to handshake tag and confirm afterwards. We see the forward throw, and of course with that Yasuo privilege, you are just able to follow up without any additional resources. Great stuff there.
Great stuff, especially trying to go for that 2x assist from Alawi. Not going to be able to find it. Warwick going to be going to the other side of the stage. I don't know where that dog's going, but we're right here, especially as Ronnichu is putting the pressure on you. Kind of a last chance situation. Yeah, get that Fury in there, but you're still getting shot by this Alawi right now, putting you in the corner, and might try to go for a super here just to lock you down. Boom, boom, boom. Yasuo now in turn.
Bring in Yasuo because 3 meter is on deck, and this is going to lead to death. Even with the Fury, it mitigated a bunch of damage, and you still see able to get about 65% or so. Fantastic stuff from Ronnichu to take this set 2-0 in dominant fashion, really.
Yeah, no, in really good fashion. Ronnichu going to be able to get that upset 2-0. Now going to be waiting on the loser's side for top 8. Knocking JaazzRap out of the bracket. Definitely got to be feeling good about that, especially going into tomorrow. Yeah,
fantastic stuff. And being able to, again, just take command of things in that set, secure a spot against some strong players. I'm sure they're going to be playing someone that was one of those top 8 seeds that we saw on the winner side of things. So that'll be interesting to see how that bracket plays out. But yeah, I mean, looking kind of free was Ronnichu. And I mean, if you're knocking out a player like JaazzRap that dominantly, I mean, you just got to feel so strong moving forward, right? Like that's a huge indicator that you are locked and loaded moving forward.
Yeah, and we hope you've been loving these matches as much as we have, chat, because we have been having such an amazing time. You know, I just getting out of prison, you know, now going to be able to, you know, rock it in this game. You know, yeah, stuff happened in New York, but, you know, I'm fine here now. But, hey, I lost muscle. I'm glad you guys noticed. I've been cutting down, losing a little muscle. But now we're watching matches.
Did the joke go over my head? Is there a reference I don't know about?
Oh, yeah. Trust me, I've gotten it everywhere. Family, friends, people I've been with have referred to me as Luigi.
Oh, understood. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, is there lore I don't know about? That's wild. Okay.
Yeah, well, no, I'm kind of curious if I'm related to him because we did grow up in the same area.
Huh.
And I do have some long-lost family, too, so I don't know.
Interesting. So could be the third Mario brother for sure. That's who we're talking about. Either way, we do have another New York native, dekillsage, going up against Squall in our next matchup. We saw Sage play a bit earlier. We have not seen Squall yet on stream, so this will be interesting to see how it plays out. We got more Teemo action for everybody. I'm sure everyone in the chat is stoked for this one.
Yeah. Really saw Squall playing very well as he beat me up in the loser's side. Playing Warwick Jinx, actually. And rocking very well with it, too. Of course, trying to rock it with some of the neutrals that Warwick can do, but mainly trying to make sure you're in a block stun situation with a lot of projectiles that Jinx can set up, especially some of her post-mortem assists.
100%. Very cool to see the lore duo coming through here. And we'll see what Squall's able to do against such a seasoned player as Sage. Sage being, I would argue, one of the best Skullgirls players of all time, right? I think that's fair to say. And I think has had mixed feelings on this game. I remember seeing kind of early on when the game first came out, it was like, oh, I don't know if this is for me, but ended up going to DIY and was like, okay, wait, when you play in person, this game's an actual blast, having all the homies around. So great to see them making out the trek to Atlanta here, and we'll see if this is a button check, if they're going right into things. I believe they're going right into it, so this should be a live action here, and Squall is going to get the first opening of the set here, and this is one of those times that side switch B&B does pay off huge for Warwick. Was already back to the corner, so could continue some strong positioning afterwards. And this assist should get interrupted rather with the super.
Vander just going to have to take a lot of those shots, especially from Alawi. Not going to be here, but already going to be going in just a second as Teemo trying to set up with the mushrooms, getting the slump, but not able to follow up. At least we're going to get a throw on Wake Up to continue this pressure. There we go. Cannonball. Get some projectiles in there. Get the monkey copter in there. Get some bones in there. No.
Yeah, the Teemo Jinx matchup is actually very interesting. Once you set up full screen and neutral, I actually think Jinx might have a slight advantage in that projectile game. With Teemo, you really are just kind of hoping you can thread the needle with some slingshots, so makes sense to get this Ahri in here very quickly, lead into that medium knockdown situation, and get up attack is going to pay off. We'll see how those options pan out moving forward and see if we're rotating as we deal with those Ahri Oki situations, rather.
There we go. Teemo going to be able to finish the job with some Sonic rolls there, as now Warwick's going to be coming out a big life deficit between dekillsage and Squall. But Squall might be able to clutch it out, especially if we're not watching out for the claws of the beast that keeps catching people lacking, as now the S1 Fireball trying to go through with the darts, but not going to be able to reach.
Yeah, I like Squall's approach here. Not going too crazy trying to commit to all this pressure with such a big disadvantage right now in terms of health. Just trying to buy your time, generate a little bit of extra break meter so you're in a stronger position for the next round could be huge. But still able to get this conversion and dump the ult in it. You might as well get that confirmed damage, get into Bloodlust and see what you can do. And there should be a couple of super assists. Yeah, 3 full meter on the backside of things. So we could see the Jinx super assist coming through as Squall does win the next interaction as well. And actually a decent spot all of a sudden. We'll see if Fury comes online before the end of the round.
Oh, there we go. That post-mortem assist coming through with all of them rockets. Not able to find the opening. Got to find a perfect way to get in, maybe with that Berserker Slash if you're lacking. Trying to go into the air. The fire not going to be able to confirm. And the Berserker Slash coming out, and we were on the right side. And base out the Fury. Good Lord!
Should be death as well. It is going to be fantastic awareness. And what could have been a really rough situation, he actually got a hit on one of the 2 characters in that previous interaction, but it was the assist character, so he went to do the follow-up thinking he got the opening, but didn't, and was still able to clutch it out afterwards. Fantastic stuff here for Squall.
There we go. Going to be rocking in with that S1 super. Going to be going straight into the S2 off the double down. Not going to charge it up for some juggles, as now Teemo's going to be able to lock in that limit strike. Trying to get a mushroom on the wake up. Not successful, as Jinx is just going to try to fire out a little bit for the 2x assist. Yeah,
Sage slowing things down a bit in neutral here after a pretty rough start to the round. Just trying to feel things out here, using the assists of best of their ability, and does get the 2H on the overhead. We finally are seeing some reactions here, and that's going to be a huge value for Sage. Just going to dump the super, take the guaranteed damage, and off to a fantastic start in the second round.
Yeah, there we go. The Fireball going to be successful coming out from Ahri, especially in that series. Going to be able to get the slump in the wall. Now trying to set up with the mushrooms. Going to be able to get the Sonic Roll off too. And those S2 super mushrooms, so devastating, especially since you get a little poison on them, but not going to be getting Jinx down anytime soon.
Yeah, the badge has been acquired here for Sage, so moving forward, assuming able to take this round with such a huge health advantage, next round you're going to have to deal with all these Shroom Poison Clouds, and that block pressure in the corner can become really difficult to deal with. Because even if you're blocking and dealing with everything, it's not even chip. You're just getting that DOT over time and losing your health. So we'll see what's going to happen here in this final round of Game 1.
Final round situation. dekillsage up 1, Squall up 1, and already Squall trying to back up, wait for the perfect moment to go in, but that throw from dekillsage is going to be rough, but we got our launchers!
Yeah, got the 2H, but no conversion afterwards. One of the cleanest openings you can ask for, and no conversion, but gets the conversion afterwards with the Jinx assist. It's such a strong tool, having that rocket behind you.
There we go, trying to block, still getting poison off the mushrooms, but able to find the opening off the Jinx assist, forcing out the break from dekillsage as they're trying to go in with a super tag situation. Not really able to catch Squall, maybe trying to punish, not able to punish that launcher there.
Yeah, just had to end up playing that safe as the work was in the air during that super tag, so high-low mix off the table, and Sage just playing it nice and slow, seeing what they can do here. And gets the opening here as well, just crossing up onto the other side and able to get this nice conversion. It's just a classic Ahri. Anywhere you hit on screen, you can just end up in the corner and get this medium Oki situation, which I'm sure we are about to see after the limit strike. What is the option? Just backing off here. Great choice from Squall to just sit there and hold that pressure.
Sit and hold that pressure right now, especially since we got the slump on Squall. Going to be able to get more damage and just finish it off with the Fireball. Actually, no, just going for the double down, really making sure that Squall's taken out. Might be to their detriment as we're able to save Jinx's life, getting Warwick in there to take more of the pressure coming out from dekillsage. Might have been a rough situation on that double down, but at least we're able to get the jump in on Warwick.
Yeah, all those overheads coming through with the Ahri. Does get the opening, no full conversion afterwards. We'll see what Sage opts to do here. Goes for the handshake, or the double down rather, to get the Mega Mushroom in. And now this is what you want. Oh, the call out with the level 3. He's poisoned during the animation? That's crazy.
Oh, good lord, that's not what you want. Dekillsage taking so much damage, and we're still going.
Man.
Teemo is gone, and the bloodlust is out. The wolf is loose and trying to satiate their lust on you, trying to get some blood off your hands, but Ari trying to play so safe, able to rush in off the assist with just a light to take the wolf down.
Yeah, that's huge, because with that bloodlust on deck after the ult, you definitely want to deal with that Warwick as soon as you can. And now both players are going to be very close to Fury. Gets the air throw. Fury's popped. I'm not sure if that was needed or not. I don't think a conversion could have come through at that height. But either way, able to confirm in the next opening is Sage here to take us to Game 2 up 1-0.
Such a close game there, but in the end, Dekillsage going to be able to clutch it out. As now, going into the second game, I imagine Squall is going to be watching out a little bit more for some of these assists, especially coming out from Teemo. But again, that Pebble just calls you out so well.
Yeah, it's so good. He just lets your other character play fully behind them. And actually, I mean, it's impressive to see. It's not the most complicated input, but seeing so many solo players do the charge slingshot with the handshake tag, definitely think that's going to be something that's handled very strongly with duo players moving forward. I'm curious to see more duo teams rock Teemo and take advantage of that, but just such a strong tool.
Especially being able to catch the Jinx, and of course Ari can carry you for days, especially if we charge up this S1 super. Yes, we do. Fireball going to be going back and forth in there, charging up with that neutral S2, doing again for you to get back, set up a mine, get up attack, and get canceled by the mine as Jinx going to be taken out here and now.
You can't do that. Ari throws down that projectile Oki. You just got to sit there and hold it. And you see there, it doesn't pay off at all to use that get up attack. And Squall, basically every single round in the last game was down to a rough deficit and brought things back, whether it was win or lose. So this is a spot they are comfortable in, as we've seen, but this might be a bit too insurmountable for this round.
Especially with the mushrooms coming after that fireball. Just needs one more good hit, but that light was just enough for Squall to get in there and get that Pharaoh bite. And knowing Dekillsage, we definitely do not want to break in this situation, especially with this big life deficit we still have, even after that B&B coming out from Warwick. But that launcher coming out, we were able to finally behind because you're trying to get Ari. Teemo's right behind you.
Yeah, exactly. You got to watch your back there. And tough spot for Squall, and going to be down in break advantage as well. So we'll see if Sage is able to kind of continue on here. Not a ton of badge progress here. Slingshot is the one with the most. We'll see what they're able to do. Super tag is going to come through, and Jinx wasn't able to jump, so there could be some mix here. And great blocks, and the 2H on the other side. Great timing, making sure to delay it just long enough that it does side switch and properly autocorrect. So awesome stuff out of Squall. That defense pays off big time.
Yeah, especially some of those lockdowns that they were able to get from Jinx and the Monkey Copter. Not enough, fast enough for the Claws of the Beast. S1 Super going to cancel you out as Teemo is going to be able to rush in here, cancel their combo out, but at least, again, we got mushrooms. Even if they get ankle swept, we're able to get that Fire Super on that Pebble. There we go, badges.
Yeah, it's nice seeing Teemo use that 2H against Warwick. It's a really strong tool if characters are coming like more vertical rather than horizontal in the air. Has a very good vertical hitbox, a little deceiving. Doesn't reach super far forward, but against Warwick, it can be very valuable. As we see Squall kind of turning things around here, off to a great start in this round. Could potentially bring us to a final round if they're able to keep it up. And there is the connection with the forward S1 in the air. No follow-up afterwards. And the 2H again we see from Teemo. Great timing from Sage here. I mean, you really got to take it so slow here with such little health. The instant overhead does lead to a full connection afterwards. Get mixed.
Oh my goodness, and even if you're trying to wake up roll in the corner, the mushroom's going to catch you after the throw. We're just trying to throw out our ultimate here to see if we're going to be able to at least get some chip on that Teemo. Going to be coming through, able to actually hit Teemo as we're going to be going to a final round.
I'm curious what the option was there. I think at that spacing, really all you could do is go for the parries into a throw during the gap. But didn't end up seeing that come through. And now we are in a final round situation. Squall has to be feeling pretty solid here. Does get thrown, but not going to get anything after that. It's one of Ari's few flaws.
Ooh, trying to go for a charge primal lead, getting canceled by the mushroom. There we go. That command grab also getting canceled by the mushrooms. Really good there, and finally being able to find the opening onto Squall that the Dekillsage needed. Just finding those hits, not finding those confirms, and now Ari trying to rush in with that Spirit Rush. Going to get the super tag situation, able to air throw too and keep you in block. Ooh!
Yeah, that's really smart. Getting the air throw before that and forcing them to go onto the ground so you can't avoid that high-low mix. Really smart stuff from Stage. And now Squall is in an uphill battle here. It's going to be just up to the Jinx with some super assist behind her. And now we got Poison Mushrooms on deck. It's going to be so much damage. Has to pop Fury to stay alive. It's Squall. We'll see what they're able to do. Only 1 meter as well, so the damage is going to be limited if they do get an opening.
Ooh, and there we go. Even if you're poisoned, still being able to block so much. Ari not going to be able to help you out there. The postmortem assist just going to get mushroomed out as Fury is actually almost done in a way for Squall, as Ari is going to be coming in here, trying to find their opening, trying to go high, low, in the air, what have you. And the low is actually what gets them the combo. Not going to be able to continue. Drops it right before that S1 super.
Yeah, but catches with the low again. Noticing the pattern here from Squall is just holding on the high block. And that is going to be it. Sage taking the set 2-0. And was probably going to be one of the closest 2-0 sets we're going to see all weekend, because that was really back and forth. Shout out to Squall for making a super deep run here, 1 round away from getting into top 8, but Sage is going to be on top 8, loser side, playing tomorrow, 11 a.m.
Yeah, really good coming out from the dekillsage. Good to be able to lock in for the top 8, as we got 6 players up there so far, already locked in. Of course, we're going to continue that up. We got to see ChrisG again. They did lose out before, but now going to be back up here to try to fight against 2EZ, which is another Mortal Kombat player that's transitioning over to 2XKO.
Exactly right. We have so much representation across all these different fighting games. And hey, chat, are you guys a fan of Teemo? I'm just curious.
You've seen it too, huh?
Because we are going to be running against a more Teemo v Teemo action. I'm sure you guys are all stoked. It's really a hater-to-lover character. Shout out to Riot for designing him perfectly, because, I mean, that's really the feeling that he should inspire, right? If you guys have played League of Legends at all and played up against Teemo, if you're a Teemo player, you're having a blast, great old time. If you're running up against Teemo, maybe not so much. It's really a divisive character. So the fact that that feeling carries over to this game is just so fantastic. They did a great job.
Yeah, no, they did a really good job, honestly, with all the characters. I'm going to say, personally, I'm in the camp of the gif of Teemo just getting absolutely stomped in. I'm sorry, I know you absolutely love Teemo, but I play Vi Warwick. I have a rough time against Teemo.
Yeah, it's understandable, totally understandable. I mean, I think just he's done so well, so much personality, some of the best voice lines in the game, and his kit is just so complete. So I'm sure we're going to see him kneecapped a little bit in these upcoming patches. I'm sure the top 4 all have some stuff coming for them. Shout out Yohozi. If you guys actually don't follow Yohozi, one of the devs for 2XKO did tweet the other day saying, hey, we heard you guys. We know it's being overly represented at the top level. We're working on stuff, and we'll be back soon with like our fixes that we have planned in mind. So great to see that communication. It's all fantastic from them, and we're going to be seeing some more Teemo action coming forward. And I'm not sure who else 2EZ has on the team. Oh, it looks like it's going to be Yasuo. So going to have some strong super tag potential from both players here. I think Yasuo and Echo are probably the strongest characters to take advantage of that, just because their solo mix potential is so strong. But we'll see here. It's going to be, I mean, an absolute legend in ChrisG and a strong player in 2EZ for sure. Definitely no slouch, but I think just if we're talking pure resume, ChrisG should be the favorite here.
Yeah, already just going to be, waiting out, making sure that our buttons are checked. Some cross-ups happening here as we're just trying to make sure our buttons are all good to go.
Let's see, this should be a fun one for sure. Both players were at first attack in Puerto Rico. And again, we had ChrisG in grand finals taking 2nd place. And I believe 2EZ, I'm not sure if they made, I think they were in top 8. I want to say they got 5th or so, something around that range. So definitely no slouch, and has been on an absolute grind. Entered in multiple games this weekend, has just been cooking all across the spectrum, and we'll see if they're able to do so here against Chris.
Just going to be making sure we're going back into the same fuses. Of course, we've been running a lot of Teemo meters today. It's going to be interesting to see after the end of the top 8 how many top 8s are listed in there with at least one Teemo on their team.
100%, yeah. It's going to be just up to them. It will be very interesting to see, but it's going to be even more interesting to see how this one plays out. Looks like we're hopping in here. Button check is complete. We're heading back to Scudler Strand. That's definitely the main venue of today. And definitely a great stage. We used to have one of my favorite things. I'm not going to lie. I think once they tweaked it and early access came out, I think the game was kind of down a little bit of a notch for me. Still a great one, and obviously we got the awesome Scuttle Crabs in the background. Very nice stage, and a great place for us to head into this match.
Really good place to start us off, especially as we're trying to set up mushrooms in corner for 2EZ. Still getting hit out, though, as Ari's going to be able to find their way in, find you in the air, and, of course, set up that S1 charge super and get a little bit more of a juggle on you.
Yeah, going to break so they don't have to deal with that super strong OK situation that Ari loves to set up for. And now with the super tag, it's going to be up to the Yasuo trying to find an opening, not able to do so. And now Teemo's just going to be able to set up shrooms behind while Ari gets beat up in the front. We'll see what they're able to do. Great spacing here with the shrooms, so able to bounce those slingshots and just cover lots of space with it. And goes for multiple overheads, tries to bait out a potential low block, but fantastic defense from 2EZ.
we go, especially trying to get them Pembles out there. Too easy, still have to play this defense game, trying to go for the super tag. Just going to get stomped out for a little bit of a happy birthday for a second. Teemo able to escape, but Yasuo still has to deal with this Teemo pressure coming out, especially from the Mushroom Super. Going to be able to continue.
Exactly right. It's just so much damage on the table, and you see the launch continues to pick up that other Shroom as well. 32 hits, and there was still more on deck if needed. So much damage coming out here. And now we're at peak 2x KO neutral, guys. Planting shrooms, shooting slingshots, throwing assists behind them, and is able to actually get a pickup here is ChrisG. So great start here for this set. Gonna have full break on deck after taking this round, assuming we don't drop here. And yeah, we're not dropping this.
There we go. Gonna be able to get that Fireball Super out there. You know, just finish the job. ChrisG already being able to take a round. Now just going to be going to Ari off the bat with the super, trying to super tag here with Teemo, but just being able to get you in there safe.
Yeah, exactly right. And we see after the parachute lands on the other side, is able to connect with the low, so forcing the breakout already. Still no break spent for ChrisG. Has a lot of potential to hold on to it here. We'll see if they choose to spend it. This could be a lot of damage here.
Oh, nice. There we go. Going to try to find that stance 2H. Not going to find it because ChrisG is going to find the opening on you. Continue this juggle all the way to the wall and get you back up with some of the fireballs in that tag launcher. There we go. Teemo going to be back in there. Set up the mushrooms, trying to play it safe. You get caught by the mushrooms, so of course you're going to get hit.
Yeah, that setup is actually so valuable, taking advantage of the instant overhead, because you don't even need to fully confirm afterwards with that jumping medium. You place the shroom and that just pops afterwards auto time. So great advantage there from ChrisG, and playing really strong Oki game.
And now both of them just using the mushrooms, using the pebbles, just playing very patiently right now with their bushes, maybe trying to go for burning. Able to get one off of the pebble could be really bad for Too Easy, especially as Ari's going to be able to continue this.
Yeah, really nice for ChrisG that works out, because he actually did get a couple hits of that burning bush in the middle of that route, but still able to confirm afterwards. And now it's a very tough spot for Too Easy. Very limited resources on deck. Still no assist available, so no push block on the table. It does actually get a chance here with that 2H. A nice little drop there from ChrisG. But I mean, even with the Fury, this is like an insane ask to try to bring that back. Yeah, game one going Chris's way. Now one game away here from taking this set.
There we go. Going to be one up for ChrisG. Definitely got to be feeling good about that. Just needs one more to make it towards that top 8 on the loser side and take Too Easy out of the bracket, as we're going to be going right into the next round. And already Teemo's just going to be at the wall.
Yep, just backing right up, setting up shop, try to build some badge progress if at all possible. And now with both Teemos off the screen, there's no super tag for a little bit. Great block on the dash through here. Chris's defense is so strong, as we are very well aware across all their career. And it's showing off here as well. Super tag time one more time.
Ooh, the pizza cutter able to get a little bit on Ari, but still getting called out by that super. It means perfect setup for Ari to get their own super in there to continue the juggle off the charged fireball. Going to get the limit strike and, of course, set up a mine right after the fact. Finds on the low for a little happy birthday, too.
Yeah, great stuff there. Going to force the breakout as well. And we're still so far into this set, and Chris has not had to spend break one time. This could be the time here, actually. Finally does get opened up with that slice through. We'll see what they opt to do here. Yeah, it is break time, so gonna swap out here. Use Ari assist and happy birthday with it. Teemo can pick up afterwards. This is so much value. Assist character dies. It's just gonna be up to the Yasuo afterwards.
Ooh, and able to find the tag launcher too. We got Ari in there now for the limit strike, trying to make sure you guess correctly, and you do. Still being able to block, at least not taking any damage. Still though, that super fireball going to be coming in, finding you on the back for a shot, but not going to be able to finish you off. Teemo now trying to come in and finish the job.
Yeah, Too Easy using that push block there, trying to get out of pressure, but opts for it at the wrong time and really doesn't get any breathing room afterwards. So got to find the proper timing to use it if you're going to get out of that situation. Not able to here, and that doesn't connect, right? Yeah, okay. It did hit the slingshot, but the start super is not going to connect. Just going to be a little bit of chip.
So this is going to be another super tag situation. And the cross-up means another happy birthday coming out this time around. Unfortunate that at least we were able to charge up for a break. But just charging for the wind wall. ChrisG does not care. They're going to rush in on you. They're going to set up their Ari combos. And they're going to try to go towards KO.
Yeah, Too Easy. You got to watch your dome. Going to get clipped by that classic Ari overhead. And now ChrisG, 1 round, 1 health bar away from securing a spot at top 8. What does Too Easy have to say about it? Does go for Pizza Cutter on the other side, not going to open up, and gets connected by the Ari S2 afterwards. This could lead to death.
There we go. Going to continue this loop. Going to be butt slamming you. Going to be able to launch you back up with the shovel, but still having to watch out now that the combo is dropped, especially as ChrisG's trying to go for those pebbles yet again. Trying to go for that super tag situation. There we go. Ari going to be able to get in. Yeah, that's going to do it. ChrisG with the 2-0.
Yeah, ChrisG looking really clean there. Shout out to Too Easy making a really deep run. But, I mean, once you get to this point of the bracket, there's just so many strong players, and you really have to be on the top of your game if you're going to make your way through them. I mean, the skill ceiling in this game is so high. They did a really great job designing this game to have the skill floor low enough that people can kind of hop in and have a good time, take advantage of the simple input scheme, right, and be able to do cool supers and specials. You're just getting into the game. But, man, at the high level, there's just so much you can optimize. And if you have that all locked and loaded, I mean, you can see it on display there. The defense is there. The conversions are there. The resets are there. The mix is there. And it all adds up to be just an unmovable object, really. And ChrisG really demonstrating that expertise here heading in to tomorrow. Going to be playing 11 a.m. again tomorrow. You're not going to want to go anywhere. Make sure you tune into that. But we do have one more set.
Yeah, we still got one more set ahead of us, of course, with Nitro versus JustCapitalB. Still excited to see ChrisG tomorrow, especially because I saw a lot of how they like to play Morrigan in that Ari, especially with how they like to jump in. You know, we don't got drill kicks in this game, but we still got good jump-ins on Ari. And I loved watching chat, just like paying attention to it a little bit, because so many people were putting in the Teemo copy-paste, and then there were some people like, yeah, kill the rat! Absolutely hilarious, guys.
You guys need to be nice. He's just a little guy, all right? He doesn't need to die. He's doing his best. He's a junior Bandle Scout. Put some respect on his name. He worked hard to earn that title, all right? There's a lot of years of education, training, handing out loser badges left and right, you know what I mean? So
if I ever get a loser badge from Teemo, I'm throwing it right back in his face.
Someone had the great idea to, Riot should sell merch to just actually make a loser badge for people to buy so they can hand them out at tournament. I think that's a fantastic idea. If Ryan doesn't do that, someone's going to do it in the community. So I'm sure we'll see that at some point, but Teemo's just been cooking nonstop, and he's still going to be present in our last set of the day. I think like 80% of our matches, Teemo's been in, so I can't ask for anything more. As much as I'd like to see Blitz represented, we had some of that yesterday, so at least we're not just getting Echo, Yasuo every single matchup, right? Teemo's a nice little mix-up, so we'll be seeing Nitro trying to continue on that quest after an insane set we saw earlier against Leffen to try to get it on the winner's side. Now going to be up against JustCapitalB. So it's an interesting tag, too. Do we just call him B, or do we go by JustCapitalB? Like the whole, because to me it sounds like just the letter capital B is that. I'm going with B. They can tell me later.
I mean, we can just do B. You know, we can just call them B. It's pretty simple. You know, it's pretty fluid in there. Yeah, no, we can just call them B, especially as, you know, we're just button pressing right now, making sure we're all set, ready to go. And, yeah, locking in Teemo, Yasuo on the side of Nitro, and JustCapitalB doing Teemo. How many Teemos do we got to see? It's going to be an all-top 8 Teemo.
This is fantastic. I think literally that's on the has there? No, Hikari is going to be the one to not have Teemo, so
let's pull a
have
5
someone
quest.
to root for. Yeah, true, right?
$50 to the highest placing non-Teemo.
Seriously, that's going to be the theme next time, but looks like we're going into – it's so hard to tell on Teemo v Teemo. I think this is a button check, but this could just be optimal Teemo neutral. I think they're just playing. This looks like they're playing.
Man, that was playing. That is brutal if it was playing, especially because now we got an S1 super tight situation coming out from Nitro. Already taking so much damage off of this Echo and just getting a limit strike off of that stance H rush in for the wake-up throw.
Yeah, that was 4 back shots on that, and that's going to be a ton of damage coming out from Yasuo, the back shot master, leading into a strong opening here in this matchup. We'll see what they're able to do here. Going to get a nice little follow-up afterwards with the super, another Shroom pop, Mega Shroom as well. Just so much badge progress coming through on top of all this damage. We're looking at nearly a TOD. Granted, it's Teemo. It was very squishy, but that's an insane route here from Nitro, taking out this first round.
Yeah, really good starting us off there from Nitro. CapitalB got to figure out an answer if they want to go further in the bracket. Actually just jumping over that super, but still gets hit for a happy birthday situation. We drop the Echo, but Teemo going to have to take a lot of this damage, even just that 2L off the back.
Yeah, seriously, nice conversion. Crosses over to the underside and connects with the 2M. Is going to be JustCapitalB. And not able to get a full conversion afterwards, but by forcing out the break, could be in a strong position here to bring back this round.
There we go. Push block really good, especially at the end of that B&B from Yasuo. Going to be able to get some damage on Teemo, too.
Oh, the parry whiffs. barely not enough active frames on that. This game, the parry is pretty active. 10 active frames and still not enough there to connect on the Mega Time Winder. And that is going to lead to death here for Yasuo. So Nitro is just going to be up to the Teemo with half a health bar to try to take this round. I mean, at this point, you probably just want to build up your badge progress as much as possible. Maybe chip away at a character if you're able to, but it looks like that's not going to be on the table here.
Yeah, not at all, especially with that Time Winder situation coming out, not even needing to go to the situation. Just the Super going to be coming out to tie up the rounds between B and Nitro. Going into this third one, already trying to set up, learning from Leffen on this neutral.
Yeah, exactly right. Leffen showing a strong display, as we saw earlier. Nitro adapting that into their own gameplay route. I mean, that's a nice thing. When you're in the mirror match, you can pick up some new tech for sure, or just be reminded of some things you already may be aware of. And the whiff throw does come through here, so this is a big opening for Nitro. Could lead to a lot of damage with no break on deck.
No break.
Oh, a whiff as well. Rare.
Unfortunate they're coming out from Nitro, but still feeling pretty well into the air throw, though, meaning Teemo just going to be going crazy, especially with this S1 Super. Not even needing the Super Tech situation, can't even do it because we already used our Echo Assist. But now Yasuo got to find a way in, just getting hit in the head with a pebble. Not what you want.
Yeah, not at all. All it takes is 5 of those slingshots to connect to get that badge. You see it come through here, so could be a decent spot for B, but immediately going to get opened right back up by the Yasuo. Does have 3 meters on deck. This could be a ton of damage.
There we go. Going to be going in, finding on that S1 Super, and of course, double down just means we're going to be going into that S2 Super off the Super Tech situation. Break, though, going to be coming out the Pebbles, too, and the Mushroom actually going to find a stray for the poison.
Yeah, kind of forced to break there because that was going to be a dead character on decks, and this is the final round here. And we're going to see the break forced out as well from Nitro, trying to continue their advantage if at all possible, but does get clipped by the 2H. Can't fall absent-mindedly with that pizza cutter move. It is very strong, but if it's predictable, you can just get clean anti-air by it.
There we go, though. Going to be able to get a good amount of damage off that S1 Super. Push block happening, though, which means Nitro going to be able to do that Super Tech situation into the stance H, take that team out, leaving just Echo to try to fight a 2v1. A 2v1, though, that they can win, but still getting hit by that sword is not what you want.
Yeah, that's going to be death here as well. No drops from Nitro on this route. Keeping it nice and simple. Taking the first game, now going to be a single game away from taking the last set of this top 16 bracket and the last spot in the top 8 loser side of things. So we'll see what they're able to do, or if B is able to adapt here. Was, like, I'd say a clean win from Nitro, but not so much that there's no hope for B. I think there's potential here if they're locked in. And double my time is a great way to start off.
Yeah, really good way to start off the bat, especially still being able to juggle in the corner, maybe trying to go for something after the hit the brakes, especially as we drop the combo, but hey, we're putting you right back in the corner. You're not escaping jail, buddy.
Yeah, and the clone was there as well, so able to confirm and block the burst. This is a fantastic start for B, getting a ton of damage here through the Yasuo as well, and because of that burst, that means no gray health, able to regen for the Teemo in the back for Nitro, so the advantage state just gets better and better here. Went for the air throw, ends up whiffing, and going to have to spend their own break. It's heck on the air throw as well. The awareness from Nitro is huge.
Oh, there we go. Finally starting their pressure against Capital B. Going to be whiffing on that. Unfortunate there, especially as we're just rushing straight into your wind wall. Yasuo going to be taken out after that S1 Super pulling through, leaving just a low health Teemo in here just to get thrown.
Yeah, interesting choice there. I don't know if they were just kind of running up to kind of saying, you know what, we'll throw in the towel on this round before you get any badge progress on your own. I'd rather just kind of reset, or if they were going for another option. But either way, you see double my time coming through again. Doesn't connect initially, but the follow-up afterwards does. Maybe trying to catch Teemo out on that jump potentially. And now it's just going to be a full combo route here. Goes for limit strike, so it's going to be burrito time. What's your order, chat? Is it getting hit in the back? Because we saw that connect here and no follow-up afterwards. Tough spot for B.
Now trying to find an opening yet again. Now going to get hit out if you're Capital B, as Echo is just going to get juggled a little bit by Nitro. There we go. Get the tag launcher in here. Get Yasuo in here. Finish off the B&B on the latter half. Going to be able to cross you up there. Not looking for the hops. This ain't SNK, but we still got them hops, especially as we're going straight down and out. Mushroom going to be able to set up perfectly for the super tag.
Yeah, this route is so strong. You get so much damage on deck, so much shroom progress. And man, Nitro looking really strong here in the second round. Teemo is a bit on low health. Try to see if can potentially find a way to get Yasuo in here. They're going to need some meter before super tag is available, and now is an option. We'll see what they go for.
Getting really close towards that mushroom badge if we do want to use it. But now, yeah, Capital B having to take a lot of this damage, but it was just a little too far.
Same brain cell from the Yordles. Let's go. Double pizza cutter after the parachute. And now Super Tag is going to connect onto the Echo and going to be able to use the Yasuo to pick up afterwards as well. Nitro evening this up here, bringing us to a final round of game 2.
And now in a set point versus survival point situation, Nitro wins, they win the set, but if Capital B wins, they're going to be able to bring it to a third game just from this round, as we're already trying to get set up with a super time winder, but it was all on block.
Yeah, what's the mix here? Goes for a couple of the stance hops, but no opening. Gonna be able to connect afterwards with the raw button in neutral. And now it's a happy birthday as well with no potential break, but ends up dropping on the point character. That's brutal for Nitro. And gonna have to break on their own side of things here. C can be swinging things back around in neutral.
Oh, nice pizza cutter to get out of Nitro's pressure, getting the double my time to get in there and continue the pressure for Capital B. Swing you up with the tag launcher, get Teemo back in there for the butt slam, try to set up the mushrooms with the get up attack. Going to stop you in your tracks as the mushrooms with the poison from the badge going to be coming through for Nitro.
Yeah, exactly right. Let's see what the potential is here. I mean, both just beating up the other assist characters. Mega Shroom on deck. A little bit of bouncing on the Shroom action potentially here, but Super Tag is going to come through. Empty jump low into the double, triple overhead afterwards. Does connect. Great opening here for Nitro. Looking to clean out this health bar for Teemo and bring it into a 2v1 situation.
Just going to beat Teemo left alive for Capital B to try to make their way towards loser side of top 8. Immediately, though, getting stinged by Virgil as you're just going to have to take that S1 super. Trying to play patient right now, but just a little bit too much recovery, which means that Capital B is going to be making their way in there. And if we keep this up, that's Yasuo gone.
Yeah, all of a sudden this becomes very, very doable. Fury meter is about to come through. There is 1 super meter available for Echo and 2 potential super assists from Teemo. If B opts to do it, tries to 2H on the other side. Good awareness and reaction time with that Fury. Does get clipped a bit, and the 2M is going to come through. Nitro, they didn't cut to the camera before you guys saw that. He hit him with the no-look fist bump afterwards. That was pretty sick. Homie's aura farming on his way to top 8. Pretty sick.
Absolutely crazy, but still Nitro going to be able to clutch it up. Now going to be moving on towards the top 8 again at 11 a.m. tomorrow. So going to be having time to rest at least in 2x KO before they make their way back up there. Of course, they still got Strive going on.
Exactly right, and that is going to be our last match of today on top 16 side of things. Like you mentioned, top 8 tomorrow, 11 a.m. after this stream. Or it's going to be on the same channel, but we have Tekken coming up afterwards. Or no, rather, I'm sorry, it's going to be top 8 of Strive. So we do have Strive coming through. Maybe, I would imagine we see Nitro. I imagine they haven't entered both. I haven't taken a look at that bracket, so that could be really tight. But, I mean, great stuff from Dreamhack to put on a fantastic tournament. It's been a pleasure to be able to commentate both these blocks with you. Yeah. And, man, just great matches top to bottom. Hope you guys tune in tomorrow for some sick 2x KO action. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolutely amazing time. But, of course, before we go, we had a lot of viewers. So if you are new to both of us, make sure that you know where to catch us if you want to continue to hear our voices. You can find me over at Ninstar123, as you see in that yellow text below, both on Twitter and Twitch. And YouTube, it's just going to be different numbers, 236, like you're doing a forward circle input. Got a lot of my commentary stuff on there, Warwick/Vi1s and TNS, FlyQuest, stuff like that. But also got some YouTube content coming up soon if you want to pay attention to that.
Yeah, for sure. And you can find me at the Nitten on most socials or just regular Nitten on YouTube as well. So if you guys want to come through, I'm purely focused on 2XKO right now, but we got some other games coming up around the corner. We were chatting before. Invincible Versus is coming up soon, so I will definitely be checking that game out a lot, making a lot of content around that front as well, checking out some new leverlists if you guys are invested in that. I'm going to have some reviews coming that way as well. So if you want to throw some love our way, go for it. And make sure also to throw some love to Max Mode FGC. At MaxMode_FGC, the Twitch channel you are watching right now, make sure you guys follow. If you want to subscribe with a Twitch Prime or something, that would be huge for them as well. Would really appreciate it. But either way, it's been a pleasure. Great matches top to bottom, and we hope to catch you guys soon. And yeah, enjoy matches tomorrow with top 8.
Yeah, take it easy.